Some Randev is first to the stream.
Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the stream.
Cameron Reed
some Randev. You're always on top of it, no matter what. You're always on top of it. And it's beautiful.
Man to do 10 bicep curls.
Ooh, we've got the trifecta coming out the gate. Oh my gosh,
Cameron
coming out the gate. All right. Well, welcome everyone. I am glad to see you here. Holy smokes. I thought for sure. I was like, okay, I'm starting like, it was like 30 seconds early. I was like, I'm starting just a tiny bit early. So maybe there would be a chance for Quasi or for Cameron. I guess not. Some Randev is just too fast. But next time, I believe in it. I believe in it. I believe in you. I believe in the both of you. Also, I like how I still keep saying
Cameron
Quasi.
Reed says, try effector. Nah, make it the quadfector.
I don't know why I didn't finish saying the rest of that. And art. Also, what is going on here? I forgot to turn that off. Hold up now. You're all seeing how I fake my my YouTube thumbnails. I've been inverted. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. But absolutely, definitely, we're gonna do art, and we're gonna do the trifecta, which I guess is now technically the quadfecta. Good times there. Let's see here. I have high hopes. I'm on mobile, so big disadvantage. Good luck. Well, it looks like not enough of a disadvantage there. I believe in golf, they call that a handicap. That's what's...
I like how in my head, was thinking about the word to correlate, and then as soon as I started saying it, I couldn't think of the word to correlate. So, good times. I guess that's my handicap, is I can't think of things as I'm trying to say them. Actually,
I was having this thought like an hour before the stream, because I'd started working on Tomb of Vercilias to try and fix some things, and I was able to fix things.
Into a chicken.
I'm a chicken. I was able to fix things that I was spending forever just hitting my head against the wall on the last stream trying to fix, and I fixed them in like 10 minutes, and I'm like, I was literally sitting here thinking about this for like 45 minutes on last stream, and I could not get it right. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that when I just hit go live, I don't know, like 10 degrees of stupid suddenly take over my brain, and that's how I have to live my life as I'm streaming, is as I just can't think logically or whatever else the word would be. As you can see, example right there. I can't even think of a second word to use as an example in that direction. Anyway, welcome everyone. I'm glad to see you here. But it sounds like, Seelick, you understand it now. It sounds like it. And maybe next time, now that you understand it, you will be able to get it. Maybe. I've got my fingers crossed for you. My thirst is quenched once again. Anyways, I was first message. I mean, I guess that's true. Well, technically, once we started streaming, that is true. You were the first message when I started streaming. That is a very good point. I will give you that one. Let's see here. And then good old SRD. And we got the trifecta, which we are going to do in just 2 seconds. Photogenic Male, welcome, glad to see you here, says, what do you mean I'm awake for Moon stream? No, I'm not. Yes, you are. It is beautiful to see you here. I would say it's beautiful to see your face, but I can't see your face. But I'm going to assume it's beautiful to see your face. So thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. RIP photo sleep schedule. True, which is just absolutely tragic. But I am very glad that if your sleep schedule is going to be destroyed, it might as well be destroyed here.
Finally,
seal emoji. Finally. What the? Oh wait. Okay. Wait for it. There it is. I saw the redeem come in. I was like,
Sayforlek just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
There we go. Beautiful stuff. Congratulations. Holy smokes. 10,000 channel points. That is absolutely wild. Which I need to double check, because there's now so many people in the credits that I'm like, okay, I just need to make sure. But I think, yes. Okay, so you are in here, just not spelled with the 4. Which I believe, I'm assuming that you probably want to keep it like this, where it is spelled S-E-A-L-E-C. But if not, let me know and I can change that. But it looks like you are now at a 3x in here. So if I grab your name, you're going to come up over to, oh my gosh, look at that. You are now above Scoiled, Autumn, wherever you may be, Autumn, Lazarla, Dazu, Fairly, holy smokes, Seelick. Congratulations. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Well done. And yeah, thank you so much for watching for so long to be able to have gotten 30,000 channel points to be able to redeem on that 3 different times. So congratulations, well done, and yeah, beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. So I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Let's see here. You know what they say, lightning only strikes a broken clock twice in a da. It really does. It's true. That is what they say. I've heard it. I've heard it in all those ways before. And we got the of course, absolutely beautiful trifecta. Nah, make it a quadfecta. I almost made it out of uni without ruining my sleep schedule. I had 1 more week. You were so close. You were so close. But no. You had to ruin it right in the last week. But hey, honestly, of all the times to ruin a sleep schedule, I guess the last week is a good time to ruin that sleep schedule. By the way, Moon, I'm so broke. I've been saving up for months, and today I can redeem. Mark my words. I am proud of you, Zelik. I am proud of you. I mean, I am glad that you redeem your points doing other things as well. That was the thing. My original thought was, you know, if I set it to 10,000 channel points, I was like, okay, people will redeem it once, and then they'll just spend their points on other things. But apparently not. Apparently not. You've got people like Loki and some Randev, Clark Like a Cat, and Devious Oatmeal, and Axel just freaking spending tens of thousands of points. I mean, literally, everybody in the MVP/VIP section has spent over 10,000 points. And then even everybody in here, 10,000 channel points. Crazy. Absolutely wild stuff. Wild stuff indeed. But I do appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you. The Cameron said, ARF. And I was like, dang, when did Moon get a barking redeem? Maybe I should get a barking redeem. Actually, I was working on a new redeem. I don't know when. Honestly, I really wish that I would have thought to do this before April 1st, but I didn't think to do this before April 1st, and now I'm kind of sad about it. But there may or may not be a joke redeem that I'm going to be setting up here pretty soon. I don't know how many channel points it's going to be, but it will kind of be in line with the like the PNG tuber stuff that I have all set up. Again, I don't know how many channel points it's going to be. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I thought it was going to be a kind of funny joke thing. But the original idea behind it was, I was like, what if I did this for April 1st? And then I realized, wait, it is like April 21st is when I first started thinking about it. I was like, this is not going to work. This is not going to work at all. And so I was like, well, so much for that. But who knows? Maybe I'll still throw it in there just to be, I don't know, funny. Just to be funny with it, you know? So if I come over here and I calibrate, see, I got to be like this. Calibrate. There we go. And then if I just come over here and do a little bit of this, and if I do a little bit of this, and then get rid of that. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Then if I do a little bit of this, wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Woo! As you can see, it was going to be April 1st. I was going to be Moon Tuber. The Moon VTuber. And then I was like, wait, April 1st is over. For some reason, I kept thinking that this month was March, and I was like, oh, this will be good for next month. And I will stream as a VTuber. And then I was like, wait, that's not going to work. So I don't know. Now that it's all set up, I'm kind of like, well, I feel like I have to use it at some point in time. I don't know when, but I will. I will use it at some point in time. Anyway, it was more or less, I opened up Steam and I remembered that I have VTuber Studio, and I was like, oh yeah. Anyway, I also came to the realization it is very difficult to find free, like, VTuber models. They're out there. They're not good, though. And there's also not very many, like, male VTuber models. Surprisingly. So, anyway, that's enough of that. Let's see here. Arf. That's true. I should add the dog redeem. That'd be a good time. Let's see. If there's a coin flip today, I will do 7K on one side. If someone does 7K on another, oh. Well, I feel like I'm going to need to do a coin flip today. Let's get that queued up, everybody. It sounds like we have got we've got some big promises here. So I guess we got to jump in there. I don't know if anyone is willing to also put 7K on the opposite side. But hey, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. There we go. We've got a coin flip prediction that has just started. You got 5 minutes on the clock. If you want to participate, get in there. Get in there and get your name on the clock. Should be a good time. Let's see here. Jesse, first of all, welcome. Glad you're here. Says, greetings, mortals. Moonwood after dark stream. That's what I should do. That's what I should do. I should say as soon as we hit midnight, it just automatically flips to me being a VTuber. There we go. There we go. I think it's a great idea. It's an absolutely fantastic idea. Let's see here. Gary Proper Duck says, sup chat. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. How's it going? How's life going for you? It ain't much, but it's honest work. I have only ever gotten 8,000 points ever. That is wild. You gotta stop spending it on stuff. That's all. That's all you gotta do. 20K redeem reveal. 100K redeem reveal. I don't think I'm going to make it that expensive. I apologize though for getting your hopes up that it would have been such a crazy reveal like that. But anyway, Moonchan. There we go. There we go. Moonchan. That's what it's gonna be. Well, here we go then. Open offer to anyone. If you know how to make 3D models. I believe that the VTuber Studio uses like the Live 2D file. So if you know how to make Live 2D models, I will pay you for a custom Moonchan VTuber model. There we go. Open invitation. If you know how to do it, I'll pay you. Yeah. It's actually pretty realistic for a VTuber. I know, right? Not too bad. Not too bad. Especially considering it's just on some terrible cheap webcam. Not too bad. Greetings, did I saw someone else? Maybe spoiled. Maybe you did. Maybe you did. I'm driving, but I'll do it. All right. Just don't crash. Don't crash, please. The Captain Coder, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. And Scoiled is on a 25 stream streak. Holy smoke, Scoiled. That is absolutely crazy, wild, and fantastic, and I do appreciate it. So thank you so much for streaking here in the stream. 25 streams in a row. Remember, everybody, if you're going to streak anywhere, make sure to streak here in the stream. So thank you for that. Whoops, I accidentally sent into tails, so I can't do heads, so I guess I gotta gamble on tails. I think so. I think you gotta. If that's what you did, I think you gotta. Wait, what are we at right now? As soon as it flips. Heads or tails? 12K? 1.4K versus 12K. 12K on tails. Oh my gosh. If you've got good feeling about heads, stick with heads, because you could get crazy amounts of points if you did heads. Just wish I can do a 3D model. I started looking into it. I was like, would it be possible for me to like create my own Moonwood Games VTuber model? I got about 2 minutes into a tutorial and was like, nope, that's not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen at all. So, and that's when I started looking for free models, and then I was like, wow, there are not many free models that aren't just like literally not a whole lot better than just like a PNG cutout. And I'm like, well, all right, that's not gonna work out. So anyway, all right, we're going to do the trifecta, and then as soon as we're done with the trifecta, we're going to do the coin flip, and then we're going to get in, and we're going to look at the stuff that I was finally able to fix on Tomb of Vercilias, and we're going to get into doing more, actual Tomb of Vercilias. So, let's do the trifecta, and then we will get started. So, here we go. Let's crank the jams. Give it a hub it up. Oh, boy. All right, here we go. You know how it goes. Head on the clock. Count them with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. And now it's time for the chest benders. You know how it goes. 10 on the clock. Count them with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. And now, it's time for a good stretch. Oh, stretch it out with me, everybody. Let's go to the left this time. And then to the right. Oh. And backwards. Oh. Oh, that feels good. Oh, that feels good. Thank you for that. I do appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. All I can do is drawing design. Ouch. That's more than I can do. More than I can do. Loki, I just wish... wait. Loki, I could just buy the sub. How much faster is the mana gain? Isn't it like 1.5x or something like that? I think so.
Thanks for the follow, Solo Shroomy.
Solo Shroomy, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Hopefully you're having an absolutely fantastic day so far. Yeah, I think you get like a 1.5 multiplier. I think. Don't quote me on that though. I think it should say if you click on the subscribe, and then it should say like what you get. Because I think tier 1 is like a 1.5. I think tier 2 is like a 1.75, and then a tier 3 is a 2x. I think. Oh my gosh. Oh, I gotta get my breath back. Let's see here. I sent my net worth on Tails. You spend your net worth on Tails. Well then, we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. So let's find out, shall we? Let us do a coin flip, and then we're gonna go take a look at art and everything else in Discord, and then we're gonna get into it. So here we go. Here we go. Everybody ready for this? We've got a coin flip coming up. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Remember, it's best 2 out of 3. Cross your fingers for the ones you voted on. Oh, all right. All right, we got Tails. I feel like this thing really, really likes Tails. I know it's literally just 50-50, but still. I almost kind of want to do a spinner and do like heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails. I don't know. I don't know why that feels like it would be better. But anyway, here we go. Let's see what happens, everybody. Cross your fingers. Oh! Well, it's Tails. It's Tails. Well, I am so sorry, some random. There go the points. How many points did it end up being? 12.2k from 2 people, and then 9k from 4 people over on heads. Oh my gosh. Well, if you voted for heads, I am so sorry. But if you voted for tails, congratulations and well done. Well done. Not bad at all. Let's choose the outcome. We're going to choose tails. So if you did not vote for tails, I am so sorry. But next time, I promise it's going to happen next time. Gonna happen. All right, here we go. 21,000 channel points will be rewarded. Awarded? They'll be awarded. There we go. Complete prediction. Not bad at all. Well, again, if you voted for tails, congratulations. Not bad. I have 12k. There we go. I feel like the coin flip is kind of like love. It hurts some, but it makes some so happy. So happy. Loki says, check Core General. Welcome. Loki, welcome. How you doing? How's Japan? How are things going for you? Don't do that. Don't check General. I feel like I have to check General though. Let's go check General. And then we're gonna take, what the? Oh my gosh, what? Oh no, we can't look at art yet. We gotta look at General, and then we're gonna look at art. Oh my gosh, there's so many good things. Okay, camera. Ooh. That's a good looking Minecraft right there. Looks like mud. Maybe Termite Hill? Maybe. Could be mud. Upon a further inspection, it's dirt. What the? Okay, so this was okay. Could have started driving home, but needed to sit in parking lot and get first. The peanut butter flavored trail mix. Absolutely fantastic stuff. What is this? What is this? What is this, some random? What is this shiny substance on your dash? What's going on there? Huh? What's going on over there? Oh my goodness. Oh. You need all of it. Spend it all, Loki. Spend it all. Oh my gosh. Cayman Riders. It's Cayman. There's like an official bag for Cayman Riders. Holy smokes. Oh, what the?
Kazi just turned their way into the credits of Tomb of Vercilias.
Holy smokes, that is absolutely wild. Congratulations. Very nicely done. Very nice. I will get you added here in just 2 seconds. That is crazy. Very nicely done. Loki, I don't know if you know what this little sign here says, but this sign says no recording. And I noticed you are, I guess this person also has their phone out, and it looks like they're recording. So I guess they just ask you to not to, but then they don't enforce it. I don't know. That is absolutely crazy. A whole Kamen Riders store in Tokyo. That is crazy. Why are they so against people recording? No recording, no recording. Why are they so upset if people are recording? He's not recording, he's photographing. I mean, I mean, I guess you're right. I guess you are right. But still. I guess maybe they're tired of people just coming in here, taking video, and then leaving. Maybe? No. I don't know. Security cameras in use. No stealing. No stealing. Don't steal it. Do not steal it. That is absolutely crazy and just amazing, Loki, and I love it. So thank you for sharing. I do appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Hopefully Japan is treating you well. I hope so. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna get caught up really quickly. Where did I drop off? I gotta get tails. Just wish I could do a 3D model. Ditto, I only had 223. Never a good decision. No pain, no gain, I guess. So I couldn't turn him into a chicken. No! I'm so sorry, Zelik. Holy moly, it's equal, I guess. Good morrow. Good morrow to you as well. Good morrow to you. Hopefully, things are going well for you, Mellow Jello. Found parking just in time. 7K on heads. Ooh. You should have, maybe you shouldn't have joined on that one, some random. Maybe not. But if you don't play, then you can't win. So, I mean, you gotta play. You gotta play. Let's see. Solo Shroomy says, man, school took over my brain, but this looks interesting. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we are going to be doing some game dev stuff, I promise. But usually the first little bit of the stream, we're just kind of catching up, saying hi, looking at stuff, checking out the Discord. You know, we got some amazing people here in the Discord that post some amazing stuff, art, community projects, all that fun stuff. So we take a look at those, and then we'll get into the game dev stuff. So if you would like to see some of that, stick around, and I will give a brief rundown of the game and all that fun stuff. Every time I've won big, it was on heads. I think I'm going to win. That's just a tragic message to read now. Let's go gambling. No, please, no. OMG, my points, no. I feel you, some random. I have 12K. Let's see. Check core general. Don't do that. I knew my dash was gonna get roasted. I just want to know what it is. Like, I'm not even gonna roast it yet, but I just want to know what it is. Is it residue from when you used to have I just about called it a sat nav? What is this? Freaking Australia? I'm talking like I'm talking like I watched Bluey a lot with a child or something like that. Is it what was it from back in the day, and you used to like glue your freaking your GPS to your dash? Or did you put a bag of gummy worms? It's got to be one of those two things, I feel like. In my bank account. Oh, in your bank account. I see. Dare I redeem? Indulge a little? I think you shall. You shall. And now that we are caught up, I'm going to get your name put into the credits. Here we go, over here, which I believe, and again, I need to check because I never know. I never know. So, okay. I think. Okay, I think we're in the clear then. Yes. All right, cool. So this is your first time getting in the credits. Holy smokes, absolutely fantastic. Congratulations. That is beautiful stuff. I am so proud of you. Very nicely done. Let's get you in here. And yeah, beautiful stuff. And again, like I said, everybody, if you would like your name spelled differently, if you want a different username, a different full name, whatever it may be, let me know and I will be happy to add it. Even if you want to just send me a message off stream so that other people don't like put two and two together of like, oh, this is this person. We can also do that as well. Whatever you feel comfortable with, I will happily do that. So congratulations, very nicely done. Thank you so much for watching so long that you were able to get that many channel points. Beautiful stuff. So thank you. At least my points went to a good place in my bank account. That's what you mean in my bank account. He's not recording, he is photographing. Anyway, the shiny stuff is tape because I ripped the plastic off my dashboard when I ripped off a sticky suction phone holder. I was on the right path. I then proceeded to add a new one after taping over the cracks. Fair. Well, that's a good enough explanation for me. I'm not going to trash it. Trash it? I'm not going to roast you. I'm also not going to trash it. So, you know, I'm just that kind of person. I'm never going to trash your dash. I did not mean for that to rhyme, but I'm happy that it did. Yeah. I'm a poet. Who knew? Anyway, the Shine. Wait, I just read that. Actually, technically, when it's a photo isn't recording, it is a flash photography. True, that would be flash photography. Unless, of course, you don't have the flash on, then it's just photography. So, I'm going to draw Moonchan just for fun. Spoiled. I'm excited to see Moonchan. I'm very excited to see it. Very, very excited. Half and a half. Good old half and a half. Crying. Lots of crying. Famous last words. Tape. I got to that point now. Clear gummy worms. I like how instead of like just copying and pasting the original response that you gave, you were just like, tape. It's tape. Clear gummy worms. Wait, did we art? We have not arted yet. We are going to art here pretty soon. I'm not using audio walking around and found the Cayman Rider store. That is absolutely fantastic. Phone died at the worst time. What? Heads or tails? What? Oh. Well, see, like, it was tails. It was tails that won. Tails won big time. Heads was the differential. True, it was the differential. I can't trash a dash when my dash is a bash. Full Dory, that didn't... That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, let's take a look at art really quickly here, and then we are going to get into the stuff, the deving and the stuff and things. Oh my goodness. But all right, just absolutely, holy smokes, fantastic stuff. Freaking adorable cat. That is so cute. I love that. Oh. Thank you for sharing that. We got the double tail going on here. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. I also like the paw. The little paw print on the paw. Fantastic stuff. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That's effing cool. Thank you. Different variation of my OC. Ooh. Rain Adventures. That's what it says, everybody. Just, I'm saving you from having to also turn your head. Adventures, rain, if you turn your head like that. Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. Beautiful stuff. Oh my goodness. Love the eye. The eyes are creepy, but I love them. Love them, but creepy. Oh my gosh, I just realized there's like a single eye on this guy. I don't know why this is reminding me of, I cannot remember his name. Friggin' Bird Boy from My Hero. I can never remember his name. That's kind of who he's reminding me of. Yeah, this is beautiful. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. And what do we got, Cameron? Oh my goodness. As per usual, absolutely just obsessed with the way that you do like the different, like, I mean, obviously like the hair. Fantastic all the time, but then like, oh, like the freaking socks / pants, I'm assuming, unless this is of course her legs, but I'm guessing this one looks like it's more like it's her actual, like an actual clothing item and not necessarily her legs, but I could be very wrong. It is her legs. Well, I was wrong. Everybody. That is her legs. Still absolutely fantastic. A little more creepy now that I know that's her legs and not some kind of clothing item, but still absolutely beautiful stuff. Love it. Love the color, too. The colors just work super well together. She's a moth girl. Oh, it's another moth girl. I like that. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Oh, I am not going to lie. This played a trick on my brain for like 2 seconds. I could not figure out the perspective for a second there. And then all of a sudden it clicked. I thought she was looking forward. I thought this was an eye and this was an eye. And I thought this was like an ear. And then as soon as I looked past, like down past the head, that's when it all like snapped into perspective. I'm like, oh, she's looking sideways. That would do it. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Thank you for sharing this. Yeah. Ooh, love it. Love the detail of the bracelets. I don't know why I couldn't think. I was gonna say rings, and I'm like, technically they are rings. Bracelets. Love the details in the ear. Beautiful. Is she also another moth girl? Beautiful stuff. Absolutely fantastic. New character, name on the way. Once Copilot stabilizes and I can flesh her out more. There. Ooh, but she's off to a good start though. Off to a great start. Loving the hair. Loving all the details up here. All of the headwear. Beautiful stuff. Make sure to post as soon as you get that all done. So thank you for that. Okay, let's see. Her leg, she's a moth, and another moth girl. Mellow Jello is now on a 3-stream streak. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Thank you so much for streaking. You have streaked, and I appreciate that. Remember, everybody, if you're gonna streak anywhere, make sure to streak here in the stream. So thank you. Right now, Copilot is having a mostly outage. Well, that's not good. Hopefully it comes back soon for you, so you can kind of brainstorm and flesh it out. I like it. All right, everybody, let us jump into the game dev stuff. So, like I said, and if you remember from last stream, we were working on getting the Floor Guardian, the mini boss, all done up and working and having the room all good to go. For some reason, we could not get him working. We could just, I don't know what I was doing wrong. There was just like little bug after little bug. If you remember from last time, I somehow bugged it out to where, like, when you were in this room, if you were to change rooms, the map wouldn't change anymore. Like, it just stuck with that same image. I don't know why. So I broke that. I broke it to where, like, when you entered the mini boss room and then when you came out, the whole floor was gone except, well, okay, the room was gone except for the floor and the doors, but like the walls were gone. I knew I was getting rid of it, but it should have all come back once you left, so I didn't know what was going on there. We had doors showing on top of doors. It was just not a good time. It was not a good time. We probably spent a good, I don't know, 45 minutes or something like that towards the end of the stream trying to get it to work, and I was just like, my brain cannot handle this. This is ridiculous. I can't do this. Not at all. And then, like I said, I spent about 10 minutes before the stream started, and I got it all figured out. I was like, wait, I just do this, and then I do this, and then over here I can do this, and now we're good to go. Yeah. I don't know why. I couldn't figure it out on stream. I couldn't, but we did get it working now. So anyway, so I do have it working now. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to turn off the monsters for now. So let's come back down here, do that -5 to -1. So we're only spawning items, no monsters. And then if we go find the mini boss room, okay, I need to fix that. I don't know why this is all of a sudden started to cause issues, but I do need to fix it. So let's go find the mini boss room. My guess is the mini boss is going to be down here. There it is. Okay, so I have fixed it to where there should never be a door that shows on top of this door. Before, sometimes it would show this door here and it would show it on top of this door. But that has been fixed. We are good to go now. And so I will open up the door and then that opens up and then you should be able to walk in. The walls and the doors disappear, so it's just the floor. And then if you were to move out, then it would bring everything back. But now I'm realizing that I can't really test this very well because I also made another adjustment to a system, and that is the dex saving throw. So before, we had the dex saving throw be, if you tried to leave, basically you had to roll a dex saving throw. And if you won the dex save roll, then you left, and then if you didn't do the dex save roll, if you didn't succeed on the dex save roll, then you would take damage and then you would leave. But I think what I want to do, and this is what I've changed it to, is if you try to leave and you failed the dex saving throw, so this one I'm obviously going to fail because I have to get a 21, you will fail, you will lose, but you will not leave as well. So you'll take damage and you will not leave. So you have to get past the dex saving throw to be able to actually leave. So the reason why I've done this is because I'm kind of thinking it would be kind of fun to have some kind of perk card or something like that, or maybe even a skill. Maybe there could be some skill at some point in time in the game where even if you lose the dex saving throw, you are able to leave. You'll still take damage, but you'll be able to leave. So I'm kind of thinking that might be like what the best way to go about it. So anyway, I was like, well, if you fail, why can you leave? Like in most other RPGs, if you're trying to run from combat and if you fail, you lose your turn, you take damage, and then you're still in battle. Like, just because you failed to leave from battle doesn't mean you just take damage and you leave. You take damage and then you don't leave because you failed. So that's what I've changed it so far. So now I'm realizing that because the difficulty is a 21, I can never leave this battle because there's no way I can get above a 20. I can't even get above a 20. So let's come over here. We're going to go to the enemies and we're going to scroll down here to the mini bosses. Here we go, the Floor Guardians. So his defense is currently a 21. You have to roll a 21 to be able to get. So we're just going to set that down to like a 10. Okay, there we go. Let's just save that. Let's see. I just want to make sure. What do we got? I've noticed the outage. Blasted outages. Most messages don't load, and some say I can't freaking do my job. Error. That's 45 minutes for me. That is not fun. Can't freaking do my job. Yes, that's weird. It's Microsoft status page is saying it's okay. The message I sent 12 or so minutes ago went. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Oh boy. Maralosio. I hope that one of those was at least somewhat correct. First of all, I see your first time chatter. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Says, what's the game programmed in? It is, I'm currently making this game in RPG Maker MV. Not exactly a common engine to use for something like this, but it's the engine that I know, and it's possible to do, so that is what I do. And that is what we are doing. So, yeah. So, but anyway, so it is a retro dungeon crawling. It's a retro-style dungeon crawling roguelike RPG where the combat is blackjack. So if that seems like it would be something you'd be interested in, either watching the development of it, then I would absolutely love to see you around watching. If not, you can also just go and wishlist the game on Steam. Let me just throw that in there. So if you'd like to go just wishlist it, so whenever the game is ready, you can just go get the game, then that would work out well. So either way, whichever one you would like to do. I am a pencil and paper dungeon master, and I'm loving what I see on screen. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's very, very heavily inspired by tabletop games. So D&D is a huge inspiration for this. I want to get a very classic feeling dungeon crawling feel. Obviously, we're using D20s. We've got dex save throws when you're trying to leave combat. So a lot of inspiration from those classic tabletop RPGs, and also a lot of 80s, early 90s computer RPGs are also a big inspiration for this. So, retro graphics, retro vibe, retro feel. So if you enjoy watching game dev, then, and I would absolutely love to see you around. I would love a follow. But if not, if that's not really your speed, totally understandable. No worries at all. But we are working on getting a playable demo out here, hopefully pretty soon. And so if you'd just be interested in eventually playing it, then there is a Steam, listing, a Steam page that you could just go wishlist. So either way, whatever it is, if nothing else, I do appreciate you being here, and I do appreciate the comments. So thank you. Awesome feel. In summary, I am interested. Yes. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. So anyway, so if we try to leave this guy now, so long as we pass the dex saving throw, which we did not. Okay, cool. Well, let's try again. See if we can escape. Come on. There we go. Got a 17. I leave. Everything's good to go. You're in here. The floor is back. You can move around. I don't know why every now and then it seemed like the animation was broken. Oh my goodness, I'm a chicken.
Turned Moonman into a chicken.
Hello, everybody. I'm a chicken. Welcome. Glad to see you here. About the coin flip. What about the coin flip? What happened to the coin flip? Wait, what are we talking about? It's very much degraded in my case. It's on and off. Fair. I'll earn it all back tomorrow. See, there you go. You will earn it back one day. So anyways, yeah, so you can now enter the floor mini-boss. You can now leave the floor, I guess floor guardian, the floor guardian, the mini-boss. You can now enter their room. You can now leave their room. And their room, as you can see on the mini-map, which I guess maybe I shouldn't have gone into the room so you can actually see. Okay, we got a 9. Come on. Gimme. Let me get this dex saving throw, please. Oh my gosh. I'm failing these dex saving throws so hard. There we go. Meet it, beat it. Okay, so as you can see, the floor exit is marked here on the map. So this one is marked as the mini boss room, but that is because I want you to know that like in this room you can then go fight the mini boss. And then once you come in here, after you defeat the mini boss, this is what we need to start working on next, which is basically you defeat the mini boss, and then they are gone. The lights come back up in the room, and then it will reveal the exit. Speaking of which, actually, we do need to adjust another thing, because I'm now realizing I want to put okay. There's also another thing that I want to add, which is with the dex save throw, I want to do something special with the nat 1s, the nat 20s. I don't know exactly what I want to do. It may also, it may be skill tree related. It could be perk card related, something like that. But basically, I want to do something where it's like, maybe if you get like a nat 1, you take twice as much damage. And if you get a nat 20, I don't know, you heal or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I do want to do something with the nat 1s and the nat 20s. Anyway, let's see if I can leave this room. Oh my God. I'm rolling so badly tonight. This is just, there we go. Meet it, beat it. Okay, so I do want to make it so you can't just open this door. I want to have a puzzle. So I'm trying to decide what we want to have here. I don't know if we want to have it be that when you... I don't know if we want to have a new puzzle here, or if we want to have... We could just use the original... What's the thing? The portal puzzle thing. We could just use that if we wanted to. I'm trying to decide exactly what we want to do for the puzzle here. Yeah. I'll figure it out. We'll figure out what we want to do here eventually. So I do want to have some kind of puzzle to be able to get into the mini boss room, and then once you're in here and once you defeat him, then I want to have something else be a puzzle, and maybe not even necessarily a puzzle. Okay, let's figure this out. So as of right now, we have the puzzle for the floor exit, which is basically you search through the tomb and then you find the purple, the whatever I call it, like the purple orb thing. You find that and then you put it into the socket and then you spin the whatevers to get them all lined up, and then it fills it in and then it opens up the portal. So we have that. I do want to still use that. But do we want to use that to get into the mini boss room, or do we want to have some kind of like a lock-picking minigame-esque type thing? So that way it's once you find the mini boss, you could technically do the puzzle. We do something like that. Or do we have it be you use... I almost kind of like the idea of having like two puzzles, one to get to the mini boss and then one to get off the floor. I don't know. I think we're just gonna leave the mini boss door as is, and then I will kind of like be brainstorming how I want to handle that, and then basically so what we need to do at this point is just make it so once you defeat the floor guardian, we want it to actually show the exit. So that's what we need to do as of right now. Let's make that happen. Okay, so what do we need to do for that? About the coin flip, I'll learn it back tomorrow. 450 for streaking and 60 as a T1 sub. Not bad. I only bet 500, blood for ones, glitter for 20 visual. There we go. That's not too bad. Oh my goodness.
Welcome Elstrago, ON, and your 18 amazing audience members.
Dragoon, thank you so much for that raid. I appreciate that. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I'm glad to see you here. How did your stream go? How'd it go? Hopefully things went well for you. Also, really quickly, just for your sake and for everybody else, for all raiders, both Dragoon and for everybody who is here, I do appreciate the raid and I do appreciate all being here. But if you need to raid and run, if you've got, if life is calling in whatever way, shape, or form, whether that's you need food, you need rest, you need water, you need whatever it is, totally understandable. No worries if you got to raid and run at all. But I do appreciate the raid, so thank you so much. But if you want to hang out, chat, and see what's going on here, would absolutely appreciate that. Would love to hear about your stream if you're still here, Dragoon. But either way, I do appreciate the raid, so thank you. Really quick shout out to Dragoon. Let me just do that really quickly. Slash shout out. There we go. There it is. Perfect. Awesome. Yo, for some reason, my audio has gone dead. That's not good. And then we'll do a little bit of this. Go. There it goes. Oh, perfect. Welcome. No, it was me. Okay, good. Whew. I was like, I hope that's not my OBS acting up and doing crazy things. Well, if your audio is not working, then really quickly, I will just say again, I do appreciate the raid, so thank you so much. I do appreciate that. If you got to raid and run, no worries at all. I get it. Totally understandable. I know that after a long stream, sometimes you gotta, there's stuff you gotta take care of. You got bathroom breaks to do, food to eat, water to drink, or sleep to get. So if you got to raid and run, no worries at all, but I do appreciate the raid so very much. And and I would appreciate to hear about your stream. If you wanted to share anything at all, would love to hear about it. But if not, totally understandable. No worries at all. OBS fricked with his whole setup the other week. That's true. OBS did mess up my whole setup just last week, which was not fun. So I'm glad that it was not OBS. Love that Skella dude. Yeah, I gotta run tonight. Sorry, this is looking cool. I appreciate that. Yeah. So I do appreciate it. No worries at all. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. And we'll see you. We'll see you when we see you. So thank you. I do appreciate it. Is Danathar death? I mean, kinda, a little bit, sorta, kinda. I guess I'll go into that a little bit more. So yeah, so for everybody here that is here from the raid, I do appreciate you being here. Welcome. Woo!
Fanny Islam just redeemed stream.
We got some stretching to do. All right, everybody, let's do some stretching. Let's go to the right this time. Here we go. And then to the left. And bring it back, y'all. Oh, that feels good. Oh, thank you for that. Oh, Fanny Slam. Ah, Fanny Slam. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Anyway, well, welcome. I do appreciate you being here. My name is Moonwood Games. I am developing a retro-style dungeon-crawling roguelike RPG where the combat is blackjack. Oh my goodness!
Gorley just gigantified an emote with 30 bits.
Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. That is a beautiful emote to gigantify. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sorry. You're good. You're good. I hate this. Thank you for that gigantified emote. I do appreciate that. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. But yeah, so like I said, that is a dungeon crawling roguelike RPG where the combat is blackjack. So so basically the general idea is you are a bounty hunting adventurer who is on a quest to hopefully find and track down the dark mage Vercilias. So basically Vercilias was the right-hand mage of the king, and he started researching dark magic, and the king caught wind of this and was not a fan, and so he ordered for Vercilias to be arrested. Vercilias then caught wind that the king was planning to arrest him, and so he put a curse on his wizard's tower to make it ever shifting and changing, so it would become an unnavigable labyrinth that no one would ever be able to find their way through to be able to make their way to Vercilias, which did work. No one was ever able to find Vercilias at all, but people have also never seen Vercilias come out of his tower, and so everyone just assumes that he's probably accidentally trapped himself inside of his tower, and he is now dead in there. But the king is not satisfied with that. He's like, no, until I actually see him dead or alive, I am just going to assume he's probably still in there researching dark magics, getting stronger, and I need him out of there just in case. So he's put a bounty on Vercilius' head, and you, like many other adventurers, are going into what is now known as the Tomb of Vercilias, because everyone just assumes he's dead in his tower, so they now call it his tomb instead of his tower. And so so you are going in, and you are trying to navigate this unnavigable
labyrinth of monsters, dangers, and all sorts of fun stuff. And just hoping to be able to find your fortune. So like I said, it is a roguelike, and so you're not really expected to win the game the very first time you go through. You are expected
to die, to have to go back to the start. And so the way to kind of mix up the runs a little bit is there going to be this perk card system, which basically has different buffs and debuffs. So like, say for example, if you were to pick this one, killing monsters restores 5% HP, but healing items are 10% less effective. Or Axel's Wheel of Cheese, which increases all elemental damage by 5%, but you lose 15% of your max HP. And so you kind of have to like build out your character with these temporary perk cards. So you can have up to 9 of them. So that'll hopefully kind of mix up the runs a little bit. So you're just kind of hoping and crossing your fingers for hopefully the best of the best draws on that. And then anyway, and then like I said, it is a randomly generated dungeon layout every time. You will not just have an explored map, and when you start, this is just for testing purposes. So I can actually see where I'm going. So you'll be exploring the tomb, collecting items, fighting monsters, and disarming traps and all sorts of stuff. So and then when you die, you will go back to a town where there will be NPCs with different quests and storylines and all sorts of fun stuff. So so if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, I would absolutely love a follow. If not, that is totally understandable. No worries at all. I just appreciate you being here. So thank you. And for anyone who is wondering, this is being made in RPG Maker MV. Good times here. Let's see here.
Thanks for the follow, Gorley.
Gorley, thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sorry, I like that mug. That's a beautiful mug right there. Beautiful mug. Let's see here. Oh, that sounds pretty fun. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's hopefully should be a good time. So again, I guess I say again, I don't know if I have actually mentioned this. We are working on getting a playable demo up and going as of right now. So in the playable demo, it will just be the tomb. So it'll just be this beginning part here. So you'll be able to pick your perk cards, kind of build out your character like that. It'll be the tomb, the combat. There will be a whole skill tree that you'll be able to build out for your characters. So the skill tree is going to be permanent. So it doesn't matter if you die or whatever, you will keep your skill tree. And that's kind of how you will be able to progress further and further as you level up your character, getting more of your skills. The dice, those will be temporary. So if you die, you lose your inventory. But if you leave the tomb on your own free will, you will get to keep your dice. And then same thing with the items. If you die, you lose all your items in your inventory. But if you leave on your own, then you will keep all your items. So the perk cards are the only things that will, as soon as you leave, whether you die or leave on your own, you will lose your entire perk cards. stuff. So this will always leave. The items will only leave if you die, and the skill tree you will keep forever. And yeah. So then, like I said, there is going to be a whole town. Not in the demo. There will be a town where you'll be able to. I was gonna say explore. There's not really a whole lot of exploring. It's just a picture of the town, so there's not really any exploring. You can go into the different buildings like this. This was like some original art. I will be changing this eventually in the full release. But yeah, so there will be an inn, the Mages Guild. There will be a church. This is more of the art that I am now going with. This was more like the original art that I made a while ago, and it has been a while, so I've upped my pixel art skills just a little bit, and so I'm hoping to make something a little bit closer to something like this. And yeah, so there'll be an inn, a Mages Guild, a church, and a tavern, and yeah, and those will be the places with the different NPCs that you'll be able to interact with. They'll all have different vendor options. They'll have different quest lines, storylines, backstories, all that fun stuff. So yeah, so that is kind of the general idea. Oh, also on the line of the town. So the way that you will do damage in the game, like I said, the combat is based off of Blackjack. And so you'll be playing Blackjack against the monsters in the tomb, and then if you have a winning hand, you will deal damage to them, and if you have a losing hand, they will deal damage to you. And the way the damage works is if you think of like the 4 suits of cards, like, you know, clubs, diamonds, that kind of stuff, replace those with 4 different elements. So you got Pyro, Geo, Hydro, and Necro. And the way that it works is, you know, as you, just like say, for example, if you draw a Pyro Ace and a Pyro King, that would be a Blackjack, and you would do Pyro damage to the monster that you are fighting. And so to be able to upgrade that, you will go to the Mages Guild, and then you can open your spellbook. And in here, you are able to merge these dice together to create stronger D20s. And then those D20s, then you can put into your spellbook, which will then deal damage. So I will now do 4 pyro damage if I do damage that is pyro damage. If I put a 1 and a 1, make a 2, a 2 and a 2, make a 3, a 3 and a 3. I don't have a 3, so that's not going to work. But now I'm going to be doing 3 geo damage, so on and so forth. And then as you level up this one, you will eventually unlock a new slot, which you can then either use to upgrade your Geo spell even more, or you can start mixing and matching your spells, so you could do like a Geo Hydro or Geo Pyro and stuff like that. So, yes, that's kind of the purpose behind the D20s. Yeah. That's what we got. That is the gist of the game so far. So again, if it seems like something you'd be interested in, there is a listing on Steam as of right now. So I'll just throw this up here really quickly. So there is a listing on Steam if you want to wishlist the game. So if you're not a fan of like watching the whole game dev process, no worries at all. But if it is something you're like, I would like to play this eventually when it does come out, then there you go. You can throw that onto your wish list, and then you'll get an email when it is available to play. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, so there's the whole spiel. So if you've been here before, I apologize that you had to sit through that spiel again. But yes, that is what we are working on. So cool. Anyway, let's see here. Monk Full of Mana says, so cool. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Monk. Also, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you're having an absolutely fantastic day so far. Oh, that sounds pretty fun. I appreciate that, Solo. I appreciate that. Hopefully it will be. I'm having a fun time making it. Here's what I figure. I figure anytime that I'm playing the game, I have a fun time test playing it. So I'm like, if I'm having fun test playing it, hopefully it'll be even more fun once the game is actually done. So yeah, I'm just gonna really quickly just kind of just give you just like a quick idea of what things will look like as you're playing the game. So again, you will not have the whole map explored when you first start. That is just for testing purposes. But yeah, so you're just kind of walking around. You've got the different monsters that you'll be fighting. And again, it is all based off of Blackjack. So if you're familiar with Blackjack, great. If not, that is totally understandable. And in the game, there will be tutorials on how to teach you how to play Blackjack. I am not good at playing Blackjack. I will say that right now. But kind of just general idea is you are trying to get a hand that is as close to 21 as possible without going over 21. So if you take a hit, you're basically drawing another card. If you stand, you're just standing with the hand you have. And then the way that the monster works is after you've drawn your hand up to a certain point, whenever you feel good, once you stand, then they draw their cards. If they ever draw at or above 17, they have to stand on that. But until they hit that, they just keep drawing until they eventually either get above you or they bust. The other thing you can do is you can split your hand. So if you ever draw 2 of the same card, you can do what is called a split. So I'm going to split where I'm now playing with 2 hands, and I'm basically playing these independently. So I'm going to take a hit on this hand. Okay. I'm going to take a hit on this hand. And then the way that I've set this, so the splits in this game are slightly different than the splits how they work in regular Blackjack. So If I have this split right here, and if I draw on this 16, okay, now I'm at a 17, I'm going to take a hit on this guy. So if I ever go above 21, normally that would be a bust. But on a split, it essentially gives you a second chance, essentially. So long as one of these hands is not busting, then both hands have the chance to win. But since I don't really want to risk it on a 17 again, I'm going to stand on both these hands. And then so long as he does not get above a 17, then I get to win, and I will do a ton of damage to this guy. Knowing my luck, he's probably going to draw an 18 or something like that, and it's going to suck. Close enough. He got a 19. Close enough. So anyway, let's take a hit. Oh, there we go. I got a 21. Now, just because I get a 21 does not mean it's technically a blackjack. A blackjack is only on the first two cards that equal up to be a 21. I'm going to stand on a 16. 7. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was like, how did I defeat him? He got a 17. I had a 16. It's because I have the spiked pauldrons, which it adds a 2% spike damage to myself. So if I ever take damage, it then does damage to anyone who is damaging. So good card to have. Good card right there to have. Anyway, yeah, and then if they die, sometimes they'll drop these the D20s, which I can then merge into these other ones. And yeah, so you're basically the whole point of this whole thing is you're going through fighting monsters, collecting D20s, gaining experience, so you can then come in here to your skill tree and increase your HP or increase your different your wards so you take less damage, all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, just trying to get stronger and stronger and stronger, so eventually you can come through and get to the end and find Vercilias. I will say there is a possibility, because all of this is just RNG. There is a chance you could technically start and end the game on your first run. That is 100% a possibility. Not likely, because again, RNG. But yeah, so again, you'll be fighting the monsters. If you ever want to run from monsters, you'll do a dex save throw, all sorts of fun stuff. And if you fail the dex save throw, then you have to go again. Let's see, what else? It's not always monsters. Sometimes it's just the D20s you come across. There are also traps you'll come across. They're not very often, and so you're probably not going to see a whole lot of them as I'm doing this run through. But yeah. Anyway, so that's the general game. That is what we're working on, and yeah, we're gonna get back into the game dev stuff now. I feel like I've spieled long enough, so I apologize for everybody who has heard that all. Holy moly, your art's become so good. I do appreciate that, some Red Dev. It is kind of crazy to think how far my art has come over the past like almost year and a half that I've been streaming. Because yeah, when I first started, not great. But I can actually, I still have to like look up reference every now and then to like be like, okay, what would a slime look like? And I'll just have to like Google slimes and be like, okay, those are some good looking slimes. I'll like, try and make it look similar with like, what my own style and stuff like that. But even still, way back in the day, a year and a half ago, I still would not have been able to just look up a bunch of example slimes and be like, okay, I like this about this slime and this about this slime, and I would have been able to make something like that. So yeah, it's good times. All that to say, stick with it. If you're working on something, if you're trying to become creative, keep going, keep working on it, and it will get better. Practice makes perfect. So, okay. Let's do some game dev stuff, shall we? Now that we're an hour into the stream, let's do some actual game dev stuff. So, what do we want to do? We want to get it to the point where when you fight and defeat the mini-boss, it will reveal the teleportation room. Okay. How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? So over here, we've got the monster bust, stand, tie, dead monster. So this is everything that goes on here for the dead monster. Add a slain monster quest, gain XP, heal player with perk cards, in the room with the mini boss, exit portal activated, turn on. Okay. We do not want to turn on exit portal activated.
Zera nerd turned Moonman into a chicken.
I do be a chicken. Hello, I'm a chicken. Welcome. Bok bok. Bok bok bok. Glad to see you here. I am the mother hen being over the other smaller chickens. Look at those little chickens down there. Look at those little chickens. So little, so chicken. Anywho, okay, so let's get rid of this exit portal activated. We do not want that right now. The mini boss dead turn on. We do want to turn that on. The open door now leads to an empty room. There's no ending to enter. We do not need that anymore, so let us get rid of all of that for now. Okay, so basically what we want to do then. So, actually, no. Okay, we don't want to say if the mini-boss spawn location is equal to the player's location. We want to say, let's see, so that's 523. So let's just do this. Player's location is equal to, come over here to 523. We want the, so mini-boss spawn location, we want the exit, which I believe is around 320 something. RTG exit. Where's room exit or floor exit? I'm not seeing it. Let's come over here. Let's search for exit. Is that what it's called? Starting exit room. There we go. 36. Starting exit room. Okay. So if the player is in the exit room, when you defeat a monster, which means you have now defeated floor guardian. That's how you spell it. Turn on mini boss dead. But we also want to do some other things. So, so all of this, so it should have already gotten rid of the mini boss. So now what we want to do is we need to now show the room. Come over here, page 4. We've got, where are you? Right here. We need these two guys. Let's come over back to here. Dead monster over here. There we go. We're just gonna say, so we don't want to show, should we show the doors? I don't think we need to show the door. We do need to show the doors, actually. Yes, we do need to show the doors. We first of all need to show the room. Let's get rid of the if statement. Let's just cut that, select all.
Hello, friends.
What? Well, hello, Ink. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. How you doing? How's life? Hopefully things are going well for you. Well, it says, drawing Moonchan. It's messy. It's a messy doodle, but it's starting to look nice. Squad, I'm very excited to see how this turns out. Very excited. Yeah. So keep us updated. Keep us updated. Because we need to show room. We don't want to show room 0 though. We need to show, I believe, let's see, documents, GitHub, Tomb of Vercilias, images, pictures. We need to show, it's the room with the portals. We got portal 1. No, those are just examples. Room exit 2. There we go. Room exit 2. Got room exit 2. Okay. So technically we need to show room exit 1. Room exit 1, go there. Show you at 0. Then we need to not show picture. We need to now move picture to. Nope. Okay, 2, 1, 6, 40, 182, 100, 100. We're gonna move you up to 255, and we're gonna do 0, 0. But we want to move you in 120 frames? I think so. We also want, where is that thing? We want picture easing over here, down here. Before you move the picture, let's do picture easing on image layer 2. We want to do quad out. Yes. Okay, so it moves up to being fully shown. 120 frames. Let's wait 120 frames. And then I think we can also... I guess we also do want to technically show... We should already be showing the... Okay.
I now have a schedule for my Twitch.
Really? That's awesome. What is your schedule? I want to know. I know that I know I could go look it up. I want to know. I want to know what the schedule is. Let me know. Let me know. I would love to catch your next stream. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Now let's come over here. I'm going to turn down the difficulty of this monster. I'm going to set you to be 1 HP. 1 HP, 1 and done. They'll be out. I haven't added it yet. Well, never mind. I can't go look it up. now you got to tell me. It's Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays, work schedule permitting. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, that's the kind of thing, too, is it's like, sometimes it's got to change, you know, sometimes you'll make it, sometimes you won't. But that is awesome. I like that. Well, I'm very excited to catch your next stream. So, do you have a specific time, though? Or is it just whenever works on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays? Either way, I have the notifications turned on, so I will see when it's happening. Okay, so let's turn down the monster spawns now so I can actually explore this place. And I just want to go see, what is this actually going to look like? Is it going to do the basics of what I've told it to do? Whenever works, that's fair. That is fair. Because based on this layout, it looks like the exit is going to be probably over here. There it is. Okay, so open the door. Let's head inside. There we go. We got this guy. He's got 1 HP. Let's see what we can do. Let's double down on 12. Ooh, that was a bad one to double down on. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, that actually faded in. Cool. And the problem is if I leave and come back... Actually, never mind. That's not a problem. So I basically just need to take all of this and duplicate it again. Yes. So I think I also need to delete... Okay, so we need to turn on the animation, delete this door, and then basically just copy everything that's there already. Okay. So, if you enter... the glyphs on the sigil are glowing. Odd circular frame. Exit 1. Okay, so if mini-boss dead is on. Cool. I think we can just grab all of this. That was the obelisk 3. No. Oh, that's the old one. Okay, that's the old outdated one. All right, never mind. 411. Okay. Okay. So let's just do you down to here. Copy that. Then on dead monster, we actually, I think I want to add yes, right here. I want to add just a little bit of a weight. I want the player to realize what has actually happened, and then we're going to show the picture, fade it in, wait for 120 frames, and then we're going to do all of that. Okay. So, defeated Floor Guardian. Fades in.
To the Inkwell says, alas, retail doesn't exactly accommodate schedule changes or changes in availability.
That is very fair. That's a very fair point. Yeah, it's not fun. Not fun at all. I can relate. Many years working in retail, so I get it. But hopefully it'll be a good time, and it'll you know,
Welcome
be able to work out.
Part-time experience and your 6 amazing audience members.
Thank you so much for that raid. I appreciate that. Welcome everyone. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. Let me just throw out a shout out really quickly before I forget, because I feel like I usually forget if I don't do it right at the very beginning. So here we go. We got part-time experience shout out. If you are not following part-time experience, make sure to go over and give them a follow. So thank you for that. I do appreciate that. Welcome everyone. Welcome raiders, and I do appreciate that. Explodes into chat and throws chat at you right into the ads. Ah, those blasted ads. Blasted freaking ads. Well, I do appreciate you being here. So wait. Are ads going right now? Because if not, then I will go into the spiel. But if they are, I will not. Wait. If they are, I'll go into. No, I don't. Quick say. Part-time, the way Indiana Jones does. Wait. How does Indiana Jones say part-time? Quick say part-time the way Indiana Jones does. I am so confused. Never mind, it was a silly thing to say. What? I don't get it. I don't get it, but I feel like maybe it'll not go over my head one of these days. I'll figure it out. Oh, let's see here. Part-time experience says, I stream idle/RPG Maker games. Oh, well, that's good times. Well, we are currently making an RPG Maker game. So good times. Well, I'm glad to see you here. So I do appreciate the raid. For anyone who is new here, who does not know, I'm not gonna go. Don't worry. For everybody else who's here and who has heard this already.
Going to the Inkwell says, Indie not idle Lamau.
Wait. Indie. You did say indie. You did say indie, not idle. I read that as indie for some reason. I stream indie / RPG Maker games. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. My reading comprehension is apparently very off tonight. I know that I said this at the very beginning of the stream, but I'm going to say it again. I feel like as soon as I hit start streaming, my stupid meter goes from like the average of like 5 to like 20. So, you know, that's on me. That is on me. But very cool that you stream indie / RPG Maker games. Very nice. Yeah, there's a lot of really good ones out there. So, yeah, I do appreciate the raid. So, what were you streaming tonight? I would absolutely love to hear. We finished out. I guess I should read your message. We finished out Trials of Kokoro tonight, and I'm the tired now. That is fair. Well, if you have to raid and run, no worries at all. I completely understand after a long stream. Sometimes you definitely do have to go take care of yourself, whether it is sleeping, eating, drinking, going to the bathroom, whatever it may be. So either way, I do appreciate the raid. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you on a future stream. Yeah, so thank you for that. Dyslexia gets me too. It happens. But anyway, yeah, so for anybody else who is here from the raid, I do appreciate you being here. So we are working on a retro-style dungeon-crawling roguelike RPG called Tomb of Vercilias. We are making it an RPG Maker. The hope and the goal and the plan is to make it not look like an RPG Maker game, which is why the game will look like this. So, yeah, so like I said, yeah, so dungeon-crawling roguelike RPG. But the combat is based off of Blackjack. So I just realized that there are no monsters currently spawning. I've turned off the monster spawns. So if I come over here and I find what is called the Floor Guardian, oh, I love that. I love that it's like off on its own little thing over here. But anyway, so yeah, so basically the combat is based off of Blackjack. So when you enter combat, you're playing a round of Blackjack against monsters and dealing damage and all sorts of fun stuff. So have a good night, everyone. Vibes out of chat. I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening. Like the Flash. Exactly. Exactly. Just like the Flash. Wait. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Also, I think I read that as vibrates out of chat, not
Going
vibes.
To the Inkwell says, follower goal needs updating.
Oh, my dyslexia. Good old dyslexia. That is true. The follower goal, I do need to update. I always forget to update that super often, and then it just gets so far behind. So hold up, give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. You can look at Danathar for now. Danathar. I even pronounce. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Where is that thing? It is over. There we go. Stream elements. Oh, I already have it right there. We're gonna go to Twitch 2026. Edit. We're gonna pull up the followers goal. We're gonna change that settings. We're gonna go to the goal is now 570 because that is my new goal. I kind of wish this would just like update when freaking Twitch updated, but it doesn't. So oh well. There we go. That's better. That's what I like to see. Anyway, all right, back to here. So, whoop, that is not where I want to go. I want to go. Okay, I can close you. There we go. There's back to the game. Where was I going? 3 more followers. Wait, what? 3 more followers. So confused. What do you mean 3 more followers? Wait, what? You created him and you don't know how to pronounce his name? For shame, Moonwood, for shame. To be fair, I pulled up a fantasy name generator and I think I looked up like lich names and I was like, ooh, Danathar sounds kind of cool, and so I went with Danathar. It is Danathar, but for some reason I forgot that this was an A. For some reason I was thinking it was an O, and so I was like, wait, is it Danathor? But it's Danathar. Danathar. In 3 more followers, something good happens. That's true, it does. That's true. We just need to get 3 more followers. Everybody, if you are not following currently, let us make some Randev's dreams come true, and let's get up to that magical number. That magical number. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Look at that. Even the chickens are excited for it. So there we go. Anywho. So yeah. So if we... Let's take a hit. Okay, there we go. 19. This should be enough to get him. Spoke too soon. Oh yeah, but I have that. Dang it. And I wasn't looking to see. But it looks like it was okay. Okay, so Cool. So we got interact with the glyphs, attune to the glyphs. So we don't need to attune anymore. So I need to get rid of that. That's good times.
Man into a chicken.
I'm a chicken now. Hello, welcome. Bok bok, bok bok bok. Glad you could be here on the stream. And then if we leave and come back, so we do need to still get rid of that door. So we do need to do that. Oh, that's what's going on there. Okay, now I know. Now I know what's going on there. So we do need to get rid of. We need to get rid of the decor every time you come through.
So where is the decor? Ah, yes, the good old helium chicken. Good old helium chicken. Okay, where is the decor? Decor is decor is 23?
No. That's just the pedestal. But is it actually that? Show decor. Picture 3. Pedestal and orb is 23. So we just need to erase picture 3 when we enter here.
Dominating.
We copy and paste that, and we just say picture 3 erase. Okay. Yeah, so basically I need to make sure that I'm picking up the gauntlet every single time. So regardless of whether I actually hit him or not hit him. Okay, this is just taking way too long. There we go, the spike pauldron. That's what it is, not the gauntlet, spike pauldron. Okay, so it looks like it is down here again. Bread. Or as I like to say, I know it's literally exactly what just got said, but it's because I got to say it. So, is that playing? I don't think that's playing. Is it playing? Wait, where is it? Oh no, it's not playing. Where? Oh no! Twitch sounds, Twitch alerts, soundboard? Soundboard, where are you? Soundboard, hold up! Soundboard. You are set to the stream deck. Why is that not playing? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Why? Soundboard. Well, that's tragic. That is absolutely tragic. I don't know why the soundboard is not working. Stream deck. Well, tragic. Absolutely tragic. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. I have pizza. Oh, pizza sounds so good. I can go for a pizza right now. Please and thank you. So it turns off the animation sometimes, and I still don't know why. Because it's animating in here, but then not out here. Sausage, mushrooms, and olives for toppings. That sounds really good. I think the only thing I would change there is I would add some pepperoni. I feel like basically every single pizza has to have pepperoni on it. Sausage, mushrooms, olives. Top tier. Top tier right there. My favorite. I would say that's probably my favorite as well. Yeah. I like, honestly, like, that would be the kind of pizza I would get. That sounds so good. All right, so let's open the door. Let's go in through. I guess, honestly, I could just stand wherever because he's going to hit me and then die. And then this will fade in. Okay. And if I leave, come back. Cool. All that's gone. Awesome. Awesome. Pepperoni makes my stomach hurt, unfortunately. That's fair. Well, if it makes your stomach hurt, that is understandable that you would not want it on your pizza. My mom once said I should...
Randev says, my mom once said I should come over for some Panera bread. I came over and it was nothing but bread from Panera bread, got leftovers from catering party. I argued that she should have said she had Panera bread, but she says no one calls it Panera bread, just Panera. Therefore saying you have Panera bread means you should obviously assume it's just bread. Who's in the wrong?
I would say your mom's in the wrong there. Yeah, 100%. Definitely should say that she has Panera bread from Panera. Or however you said, yeah, Panera bread. Yes. That is what should be said. And yes, I meant that to rhyme. Panera bread. Yes, Panera bread is what should be said. Otherwise, you'll end up dead. That was just a stretch. I'm so sorry. But I said what I said. Yeah, 100%. I'm taking your side on that one. I would also be a little bit upset. Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think of like an equivalent to something else. Nothing's coming to mind though. Oh well. J Gaming says, cause if you don't You won't be fed. Hey, there we go. Ah, beautiful stuff. See, that's a less of a stretch than what I was doing there. So beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. Also, I see you're a first-time chatter, and you're from the raid, so thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully, you're having an absolutely fantastic day so far. Okay, so that has got us good on all of that stuff. So I wonder if I just say interact with the glyphs, that just works. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't. So basically, we just need to not have this attuned to the glyphs thing. Or, if we say attuned to the glyphs, have it reveal. You feel an odd pull on your mind. Okay, so we do need to remove that, though. And so instead of it okay, actually, let's do that. Let's do that. So let's come over here. We want to go to the Tomb Master. Options for the exit to next floor. Oh, man, there's so many things we got to change. As our nerd says, WTF. No, it's not WTF. Some random dev is 100% in the right here. 100% in the right. I'm going to say it. Feel an odd pull in your mind. Okay. Basically, we want to say reveal the mini boss room. Let's do the we don't want the mini boss spawn location. We want excuse me. We don't want that. We want over here in version 2 that player spawn, mini boss spawn, set the orb pedestal spawn. So that is 809. Okay, so let's come over here to down there. We'll say set U to equal the orb pedestal spawn, which was 8 something. Crap. Find orb. Orb pedestal spawn. Or pedestal orb spawn. That's the one. Okay, so set it to equal that. Okay. Mini boss Y plus 1. I think all that can stay the same. And then reveal mini boss room. We just need this guy. 380 plus 523. What is 523? 523 is... Yeah, what is 523? Variables, variable 523 is mini boss spawn location. All right, cool. We need to change that though to 809. 809. So change this from 523 to 809. 523 is 809 times 4 plus minus 3. I think actually what we want to do, let's go to map. Yes, we don't want that. We want -6. Map, yada, 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 plus -6. -3 is the mini boss. We want the other one, -6, to show the pedestal. Now let's see if it actually shows the pedestal. That's going to be the true question. Whatever. Just give me next hat of divine wisdom and we'll figure it out. Where do we think this thing's gonna be? It could be... Honestly, it could be like in any of these spots. Go. Easy enough. Open the door. That's what I'm saying. I can't wait till I get my first raid on here. That is gonna be... It is honestly... It's pretty exciting. It took a while for me to get my first raid. And I remember I was super nervous. It was very exciting, but I was super nervous. But it will happen. It will happen. Okay, so we got a 10. Let's take a hit. Yes, let's stand on a 21. Yeah, there we go. All right, take him out. This now fades in. Cool. Now, if we attune to the glyphs, what's going to happen? look at that. It actually shows the thing. Now, if we leave, head out over this way. Let's head down here. Let's make sure this is actually the thing. It is. It is the thing. Awesome. Awesome possum. The Void Stone, a small stone of energy used to activate the Void Gates. Yeah, there we go. Should we not call them Floor Guardians, but instead like Void Guardians? Now they're actually guarding the Void portal. They could be Void Guardians. Maybe. Maybe. Now, here's another thing I'm kind of thinking. An odd circular frame. Okay, so we do need to change the text on here. But if we interact with glyphs, throw you in there, be able to do that, do that to that. That's definitely what it's going to sound like. And just ignore this second animation. I still need to go in and figure out why it's doing that. Anyway, there we go. That is all playing, and then I should be able to leave, come back, going, awesome. Go through the portal. Yep, that's how it's going to sound. Definitely. And then we get the spell book. There we go. Let's upgrade some stuff. Let's save. And then we proceed to the next guy. Randomly generates everything. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. Let's go down. Let's go over, up, 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 over to here. There we go. If we can open the door. Cool. We can head inside. Awesome. Split the jacks. Stand on a 21. Take that, sucker. And guys, you need to change that so you can't hover over there those until it's actually, you know, time. Wait a minute. Will this game have difficulty settings? If not, what will the difficulty be like? So I do want to have difficulty settings, but as of right now, the only things that I'm sure that I want to do, like, have the difficulty settings change. I feel like there's a handful of things, and maybe they won't necessarily be difficulty settings, but more like modifier setting. So one of the modifiers could be like XP gain, where basically you could just say, hey, like, you know, increase your XP gain to make it easier. So the more XP you gain, the faster you'll be able to gain levels, and you'll be able to gain skill points faster like that. Yeah, I mean, the other things we could do with difficulty sliders could be like the HP, make the monsters easier and faster to kill, make them do less damage, that kind of a thing. Yeah, the biggest thing that I'm kind of thinking about for difficulty would essentially be when you do and don't keep your items. So I'm kind of thinking what I might do is essentially, like if you're playing on an easy difficulty, it would be you don't lose anything. So even if you die, you keep all your dice, you keep all your items. You wouldn't keep your perk cards, but it would basically be like if you're playing on easy, you keep your items if you die, you keep your dice if you die. If you're playing on medium settings, you keep your dice if you die, but you lose your items, or maybe vice versa. And then on hard difficulty, it would be if you die, you lose your dice, you lose your items. Yeah. And maybe even like on medium settings, you keep your XP, but on hard settings, if you have not fully gotten your XP bar up to gain a level, you will also lose your XP. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing, is having like on the harder mode, it basically is, if you die, it is very punishing. You lose your XP, you lose your items, you lose your dice. I'm also kind of thinking about doing like a hardcore mode, where it's like, you die, your character's gone. Like you lose everything about your person, you have to start over. I'm also kind of thinking about maybe doing something like that. So there will be some kind of difficulty. I do want to have a slider in the game in some way, shape, or form, whether that be different modifiers if you're like, hey, I want to be able to do more damage, less damage, I want the monsters to do more damage, less damage, or just a simple easy, medium, hard kind of slider where it's like, you know, easy is, it's just a fun, enjoyable game to play. You're never really going to have too many issues in terms of like frustrations of like, oh, I died, now I got to start over again. Or a medium setting where it's like, yeah, you lose some things, but not everything. And then hard settings, it's like, yeah, you lose everything if you die, but you can still go back to the town and start again. And then the hardcore mode, which is you die, you lose everything, start from the beginning. I don't know. So, yeah. Kind of the plan anyway. Jade Arrow says, on hard mode, make the monsters able to get up to a 22 without busting. That would be kind of fun. I do like that idea. Not a bad idea at all there. Interesting. Yeah, and honestly, like, I'm completely open to any and all sorts of suggestions. Like, if there are things that people feel like, hey, when I think easy in a game, this is kind of what I would expect there to be in the game, and I could apply that, or be like, hey, if I want to play a hard game, this is what I would expect there to be and to not be on hard. So completely open to any and all suggestions. So if anyone has any ideas on what they would like to see on easy
Thanks
and
for the follow, Static Mag.
thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, Static Gamer G. Static Gamer G. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Two more. We're getting close. We're getting very close. Anyway, all that to say, yes, if you have any suggestions, would absolutely love to hear them. I want to make the game as fun as possible for people to play. So I'm open to any and all suggestions. Let's see if I can actually get this guy. 18. Please. No. All right. It's all right. I'm getting a feeling about this one. I'm going to double down on the 11. Oh! Oh, that's beautiful. You love to see it. Do you do your own art? Yes. So there are a couple things that other people have helped out with, like, say, for example, with these sandwich icons. Some randev in the chat made these absolutely fantastic icons. I've had some people help me in like different UI layouts, things like that. I have had, and I do feel bad about these things. And so if you have made stuff for the game that has not ended up in the game, I am very sorry. And especially if you've like made things that I added to the game and I took it out later. I'm like trying to get a cohesive feel. So anyway, so all this to say, so basically everything you see on the screen right now, except for these sandwiches and for this person right here, it's all stuff that I've made. But again, there have been people that have helped in either design aspects, different ways that I should lay things out. So it definitely has been a collaborative effort. And then, I guess you could say it's been like 99% of stuff is stuff that I've made. So so not everything, just mostly everything. I want to try and say as much as possible was made by me, because this will be like my first official game that I released that's not like a game jam game, So, yeah. Looks very unique for RPG Maker. I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely trying to make it as unique and different feeling as possible. That is my goal. That is my goal, is to make it not feel like you're playing an RPG Maker game. So basically everything about this game is custom. So like none of the menus, all of that is custom. The movement is all custom. The combat is all custom. Basically the only thing that I'm using that is like RPG Maker is the database for storing like enemy stats. Because even the player stats, that's all, it's all variables that I'm like creating. Yeah. So trying to be as un-RPG Maker as possible. Not that I don't appreciate RPG Maker. Like, obviously, I'm using RPG Maker to make this game. But I want it to be something that, like, someone will open the game and start playing and just forget they're playing an RPG Maker game. So that's kind of my goal in general. What was I testing? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so I interact with the glyphs, it pulls that up. Okay, I do need to update the graphics there. And if I attune to the glyphs, it then reveals that on the minimap, so I know where to go to get the thing for here. So I think what we want to do at this point is I want to get rid of this pedestal here. And I want to add it to the side over here, maybe? Yeah, well... The whole idea was I wanted there to be... I don't know. Do you stream games as well, or just dev streams? So I have streamed games in the past. It's not super common that I do. I might start streaming games a little bit more often later. But for now, I'm like basically trying to be as focused as possible on getting this ready to release as a demo. And then depending on once like the demo comes out, I might kind of like slow down a little bit. But here's the thing, it's been like a year and a half since I started development on this game, and I don't even have a demo out yet, so I'm like, I need to get a demo out before it takes too much longer. So Yeah, so basically the idea is I want to get a demo out as quickly as possible, and then once I have all that out, then I might kind of like slow down a little bit, maybe do a little bit more, or a little bit more game streaming as well, just kind of, you know, have fun every now and then. But yeah, so that's kind of it right now, is mostly just the game dev stuff, with a little bit peppered in here and there of some games. But it has been a hot minute since I've done any kind of like gameplay. One of these days. Oh boy. Okay. I do need to change that. So you cannot submit a blood sack. That needs to change. We don't want to say attuned.
Thanks for the follow, Jade Arrow Gaming.
Jade Arrow Gaming, thank you so much for the call. I appreciate that. Thank you. This is going to be reveal Voidstone. That's that. So what do I call it over here? Glyphs on the sigil are glowing and a purple swirling vortex wall. An odd stone frame, mysterious glyphs, construction into the wall. The bricks behind it are oddly discolored, almost like prolonged exposure to something has changed. Interact with the glyphs. Okay, we got interact with the glyphs. And then we've got either attuned to the glyphs or attuned to the glyphs. What if we change this to already attuned? I think that should be all right. Hey, Moon Man, how is it going? Dazu, it is going absolutely fantastic. How you doing? How is life going for you? How's your week going so far? One more. We just got one more. We are getting so close. One more follower, and it's going to be a glorious number. An absolutely glorious number. I like the idea of being able to reveal, but I'm trying to think of like the best way to maybe interact. An odd stone frame with mysterious. Interact with stone panel. An odd stone frame with mysterious glyphs is construction wall. I think I'm going to get rid of the bricks behind it are oddly discolored, almost like prolonged exposure to something has changed them. I'm going to change that. So the bricks behind it are oddly discolored. Period. There's a circular stone panel carved into the wall. Maybe several circular stone dials are carved into the wall. Interact with the stone dials and then attune to the glyphs. Okay, there we go. It's 6 a.m. Oh, I overslept. Oh my gosh. Dazu, wake up. Wake up. You've overslept. All right, I guess I should say, good. Finally awake. Well, good morning. I am so sorry to hear that you overslept. Hopefully you slept well, though. I hope you did. Was that a Skyrim reference? That was an attempt at a Skyrim reference anyway. Okay, an odd stone frame with mysterious glyphs is constructed into the wall. The bricks behind it are oddly discolored. Several circular stone dials. Maybe not are carved into the wall. I want people to think that they are interactive. So several circular stone dials are hanging from the wall. Yeah, sure. Are hanging from the wall. Sure. Okay, so interact with stone dials, attune to the glyphs. Cool. Now, if I just copy all of that, then we come over here. You feel an odd pull on your mind, as if guiding you toward a specific room inside the tomb. Okay, then we will have, get rid of that, interact with stone dials, and then attuned to the glyphs. Get rid of all of that. Is one of these? Go through the portal. Show picture. That actually shows it. Just changing that. So where is it actually going to reduce my HP, though? That's the question. Where is it? Portal or a puzzle. Full line is, "Hey, you, finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Same as us and that thief over there." That's true. That is the full line. I need to play Skyrim again. It's such a good game. Such a good game. What did you work on this stream so far? So we've been working on getting the Floor Guardian's room actually working and finished, which I believe at this point, technically the Floor Guardian should be done. So they spawn, you can enter their room, you can fight them, and as soon as you fight them, it then reveals the exit. So now we're trying to get the actual exit working. So technically the exit is working, but I'm having to adjust some of the dialogue to make it align a little bit better, you know? So, that's kind of what we've been working on so far. Nothing too crazy. I guess the next level, return to town. Okay. Door swings open, revealing a pitch black room. Moving forward, enter the room. There's that. What I'm in here. The glyphs on the sigil are glowing, and a purple swirling vortex has consumed the wall. Stone. Okay. Several circular stone dials are hanging on the wall. Okay. The stone dials are glowing, and a purple swirling vortex has consumed the wall. The purple swirling vortex has consumed the wall. So go through portal. That will be like your only option. Odd stone frame with mysterious glyph. Okay. The open door now leads to an empty room. There's no need to enter. A blood sacrifice filled. don't think we need that. You see a well-constructed wooden door ahead. Loud footsteps can be heard pacing back and forth from within. So we do want to replace this eventually. We can also get rid of you. Actually get rid of all of that. None of that is true anymore. We don't want to turn on show dialogue. We can actually just turn off show dialogue there. Okay, so eventually we do want to have this say that it's locked. We're not going to worry about that right now. Okay. Then the question is now, we go find the mini boss, which it looks like they're over here in this corner. Yep. Okay, so let's I can't go through. Good. Open the door. Door swings open, revealing a pitch black room. Move forward, enter the room to find what is there. I'm survive, but be careful. Whatever's in there, we'll keep until it's okay. So that's not what we want to see. Let's open this up. It's going to be in one of these spots. This is the event that's the spawn special events. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so when you click and release, the door swings open, revealing a pitch black room. Moving forward, enter the room. Okay. We can actually... I guess we can get rid of all of this. And then turn off dialogue. Control switches. Find dialogue. Dialogue way. No dialogue. Turn it off. Okay, so turn that off. Clear the dialogue. Redraw the room layout. Okay, so that's you opening the door. Come in here. We should be able to open the door. Looks like it's probably this room right here. It is. So we open the door. Go. Get inside. This guy, let us see if we can... Okay, I should have split. Why didn't I split? 20, let's set on a 20. I'm not going to worry about splitting. Yeah, take that. In. Okay, I do need to change that still. An odd circular frame with mysterious glyphs. I thought I changed that already, but I guess not. So interact with the glyphs, attune to the glyphs. So if I attune to the glyphs, it should then say you feel an odd pull in your mind as if guiding you toward a specific part inside the tomb. You got attuned to the glyphs is already gone, and then interact with stone dials. If I do that, it should show me this, which it does. Awesome. Okay. And then I just want to check and see if the other one... Oh, good. It's Spike Paul. That is a very boring layout. Holy smokes. Go. Open the door. Head inside. Hit. Stand. Gotta change that too. I gotta fix that. That should not be showing up. If we just interact with the glyphs, pulls that up. Ooh. I don't want to switch away from this guy again. I don't want to switch back to the original circular one. It just kind of was more fun, you know? I thought so anyway. Gets me tuned to the glyphs. There we go. I think if I add another attuned to the glyphs. Why am I saying attuned to the glyphs, though? I should just not have it say that. Instead of saying attuned to glyphs or attuned to the glyphs, we'll just say if you've already attuned, then we'll just not show anything. Yeah. Just don't have choice number 2 be a thing. Why wouldn't I do that originally? Progress, return to town. Here. tuned to the glyphs. We'll just get rid of that. Yeah. Once you attune, it should then reveal where it was. And then it shouldn't show anything after that. It looks like it might just be here. Oh. Here? Aha. Okay, open the door, head inside, take this guy down. Of course he got a blackjack. I got that, so we're good. Because if I attune to the glyphs, feel an odd pull in your mind as if guiding you to... Okay, yep. And interact with the stone dials. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so here's something we can do, though. Because there's nothing ever going to be on the walls here or here, we could technically put the thing here. Or we could just stick it here. The only thing then is if I go back to the circular thing. Oh, man. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence, everybody. I just realized I could switch. Crap. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking what we do is we return this to be the circular door, and instead of having a pedestal or something like that here, what we'll do is we will have the glyphs be a part of the door frame. And so then as you're doing the puzzle and interacting with it all, it will then cause these to disappear, and then the portal shows up behind. Yeah. I think I might do that, actually. The idea would be we would not have this down here anymore. So basically, we would go back to this circular shape, right? And then we would have these guys be in here. You'd interact with them up here, clicking and dragging. Logan says, lunchtime check-in. How we doing? We are doing absolutely fantastic. Just you know, working on getting the actual teleportation working again. Now that we have it moved into the floor guardian room, just working on getting all that working again. And it's coming along. It's coming along actually pretty nicely. Yeah, yeah. How's lunch going for you? How are things over there for you over in the great ol' Japan? Okay, so open the door, we come in here. There's the floor guardian. As long as I can actually get a good hand, take him out. I'll set on a 17. Enough. Go. Feels. Okay. Yes. So. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that is the plan of what I'm going to do. Okay. Did I keep any of that, though? Room. We got these guys now. We got that guy and that guy. I don't remember if I kept the old... I had to have. I never get rid of those things. There's those. Okay, so this is technically, I believe this is it. Yeah, that was to get the rough idea of what it was going to look like. Okay. I believe it's basically we just need to take this room. Portal 1, Portal 2. Okay, so we need to do room. Yeah. Room exit 1, room exit 2. We're gonna do room exit old 1, room exit old 2. We got portal. Portal 1, portal 2. I think we're just gonna take portal 2. AMU room exit 1. Room exit 1. Here. Pull you up. Looking for some place to eat. Currently in Tokyo Station, wandering. Well, I hope you find a good spot. I assumed you were already down and eating lunch. I didn't realize you'd be walking around and watching. So, I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, I would assume there's a lot of really good stuff around there. Be my assumption anyway. Or do we just do this? Portal itself. Portal 6. I believe this is what actually shows. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in Tokyo in November. Find the best food place for me, Loki. Oh my gosh. Summer and Dev, that's really cool. I wish I was going to Tokyo in November. I wish I was going to Tokyo at all, in general. Yeah, very cool. Well, Loki, you'll have to let us know the coolest spots. Except for Summer and Dev. Don't let Summer and Dev know. The rest of us who are not going, we need to know. Summer and Dev is fine to not know. Yeah. Yeah. I was about to say the same thing. Great minds think alike. No! What? No! I'm just joking. But seriously, Loki, don't say anything to Summer and Dev. But anyway, Summer and Dev, how's life going for you? How are things? What the?
Go into the inkwell just redeemed stretch.
Got ourselves some stretching to do. I suppose we should. There we go. It's not fair. Currently on shift break, but just wanted to say thank you and amazing art submissions once again, everyone. It is true. It is true. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So Faye, very beautifully done. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Again, everybody that submits, but yeah, Faye, beautiful stuff. Yeah, very nice to be on break. Hopefully you're having an absolutely fantastic day so far. What are you using for the pixel art? This one, Photoshop. Good old Photoshop. All right, everybody, let's do a stretch. Here we go. Oh, I do need to stretch. Oh, we're going to go to the left this time. Here we go. And then to the right. Oh, and backwards. Oh, that feels good. Thank you for that. Thank you. I like how as the night goes on, I get less and less nimble and able to move. It's great times. So let's figure out this portal here, shall we? I think what we want to do, we're gonna go 38. So 38 is the exact size of the actual portal itself. We don't want to go 38. Then we're gonna have issues with little pixels, blank pixels peeking out every now and then. So what if we say something like 50? Maybe 50? That would be centered. Yeah, that would be centered. It's fine. we could have it be slightly above. So if we put you up to like there, it means you'd be there. And if we say set you to be 40, no, you need to be like 36. You to you are 14, so let's go to 7. We delete that. Okay, there we go. What if we make it brighter than... Slightly brighter. Maybe. When I eventually get around to making my game, I plan to use a sprite. I have heard very good things about a sprite, and maybe I need to give it a better shot. I've given it like 2 minutes, and I'm like, meh, it's fine. But it's like, I need to give it like an actual shot, so I probably will give it a shot. But yeah, I've heard some very good things about a sprite. So I should, yeah. Well, give it a shot. As I've now said like 20 times. Is that too large? Feels like that'd be too big. Yeah, I almost... yeah, I'm kind of thinking we do... Where is the center for the... That would be center in the wall. Okay. I need to get... Where is the... Where's my updated color palette? There it is. Okay, color palette. Let's grab that. There we go. That's what I have to work off. Okay, so that is the wall rough. Go slightly darker than... Maybe even more so dark. I don't even know. Alright, let's add a little bit of... Yeah. We're gonna do... Okay, so you were 36, let's go to 38. Go. Go to 48. Slightly lighter. And do we go here? I need to mess around with it too. Do you remember that test sprite I did? I think so. You might need to jog my memory. I have a very, very terrible memory. I'm not gonna lie. I have a very bad memory. Was it something you posted in Discord? I'm trying to remember. What if we do... Actually, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to delete all of that. Delete it all. Delete that. Okay, so we're going to do a thinner one. So we need to go at least Let's do like 44. And how big was the portal again? 36? 38. So we have to go 36 to have fully covered. 36. Portal 1. Okay. Because we need it to be slightly large or smart, slightly. We need it to be slightly larger so this can spin inside and it doesn't do weird things. Let's see. Oh. Hold up. Hold up. Is that in Greater Corner? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. So wait, was that made in A Sprite or was that made in something else? I reposted it in Creator Corner. I appreciate that. Yes, I made it in A Sprite. Well, yeah, I honestly like it. It looks fantastic. And I know the A Sprite is very capable. It just, takes a little bit of getting used to, especially when you're very used to Photoshop. It does take a bit of getting used to, but yeah, no, I think it would be absolutely fantastic. Like, obviously, I mean, based on what you've made, definitely able to do it with a mouse, but it's a test sprite, so meh. True. Yeah, and honestly, like, it's one of those things that will get better over time too. Oh, it's the more you do it, the more time you'll have, the better it'll get. Yeah, 100%. What if we go with 48? We do Portal 2. And there's 36 again. We could just do that again. Yeah, I guess we could just do that again. If we say goes down, we go you. Yeah. Okay, so then if I get rid of the rest of you, move you down 1. Take you, flip you vertically. Oh, geez. Oh, that's freaking why. Nearest neighbor. Freaking Photoshop. Sometimes Photoshop just is not okay, or not. Why are you struggling so bad to just flip this thing around? Like, what? Oh, okay. That would be why. That'd be why. It's like, why is this struggling so much? It's because there's already freaking that there. Okay. Never mind. I apologize, Photoshop. That was not your fault. That was my own fault for not removing all that stuff. There we go. That's better. That's better. Let's go. Okay. We take you and we flip you. Nope. We take you and we flip you like that. Okay. A Sprite would never do this. Too late. Time to switch. I mean, you're not wrong. A Sprite would have never done that. It never would have let me make a mistake like that. That feels too thin. Dang it. That's what if we say the 46 is where we currently are, yeah? No, that would be slightly bigger. Could go with 46. Then we do 48. Get the slight, yeah. $36. Come in here. Okay. One, two, three. One in. 2, 3. Something like that. Then we would just take all of that, get rid of it. And here, maybe we do just have it sticking out one, no? Flip it around, stick it out one. We have them stick out 2 like that. Maybe, maybe. Whoop. Yep. Bit of that. A little bit of depth, you know. Don't know why this looks smaller than this one. Oh, it's because I have... Okay. Yeah, so if I went like that, then it would look smaller. Okay. What if we just go with, like, the tops and the bottom? Don't do the sides. Whatever's... Yeah, top and bottom. That should be fine. Okay, then we want to go with one lighter for this guy. Okay. I guess it's technically that same color. Maybe we need to go just slightly lighter on these upper ones. There. 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 You'll be the highlight on this guy, which should be, yeah, more than enough. More than enough. How big were you again? You are 46. We're going to go with 46. You. Paste you. And we'll go with 44 here. One darker. Touch up. Are 38 cents. 38. A darker. A touch-ups. Nope. Good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? What if we go just one more lighter? Then if on here, what if we do the same shade as that? Seems like there's not enough contrast. Eh. It was worth a shot. Worth a shot, but we definitely need more contrast. Okay. Actually kind of even like the darker there. That should be good. Okay. Actually even kind of wondering if we change these guys just a little bit. Slightly thicker. Actually, yeah, I'm actually kind of feeling that. Just the lighting on these guys. Okay. Yeah. Coming along. Okay, so on this one, we probably want to cut it off there. Well, no, because you need to be above. Well, no, because I think technically you would just get cut off behind. Oh no, this feels too big. Dang it. All right, good enough. Now it's almost kind of feeling life rafty. Rat! Crazy rats. We do have a rat. And the Iron Sentinel. The Glob. And the Golem. And the Element. The Slime. The Gargoyle. But most importantly, the rat. Oh wow, that's a rat. That do be a rat. It's a rat, and yeah, I'm still not a. This is like the first one that I was kind of like, when I finished it. I might redo the rat. But I mean, if you look at it and you think, oh, that's a rat, then maybe it is okay. When I compare it to like how this guy turned out, or the rubble golem, like I look at that and then I look at the rat and I'm like, I don't know. Okay. Looks good. It's no Cheeto Man, of course, but it's good. Well, I'm glad that I mean, obviously nothing can compete with the Cheeto Man, but I'm glad that you think it looks good. What? You know, the Cheeto Man. Actually, I may have taken. Nope, there he is. There's Cheeto. Show Ink Cheeto Man. There's Cheeto Man right there. Woo! There's Cheeto Man. Oh my gosh. Yep. This was, this guy was drawn in like, what was it? Like, about 5 seconds? 10 seconds? Something like that? I was like, just to get like a general idea of what I was kind of thinking what I maybe wanted for a mini boss. Yeah. That's what he turned into. That's what he started as. I was like, you know, just kind of something in a cloak, and you can maybe like see his face just a little bit, maybe just the eyes. And he's got like his hands. He's like, ooh, and then yeah. Then once I spent more than the 5 seconds, this is what I eventually ended up with. I will be probably redoing this guy too, because I'm wanting more in the art style. Because this is what I was originally thinking. Was I was like, okay, monsters are gonna have like 2 to 3, maybe 4 colors per sprite. And now I've ended up with stuff like this. So, you know. Yeah. A few more colors than just 2 to 3. But anyway, yeah, that's Cheeto Man right there. You know what's really sad is I'm basically wearing almost the exact same color as Cheeto Man. Ah, that's good times. That's good times right there. Can I add Cheeto Man to my game? Yes, 100%. Yeah, concept versus final. Cheeto Man hybrid would be a good nod to him. I think so too. Cheeto Man merch. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I can't promise anything there though. Okay. So, so what if? What am I gonna do here? That's the real question. So I want to have it be these 3 circles are going to be inside this circle. And they'll disappear. So maybe, what did the original look like? I mean, like, obviously I've got this guy. I feel like I must have updated it at another point in time, but I don't know where I would have put it. What I would have named it. So, maybe what we do, I need to find, I guess the other thing that I also need to keep in mind is we have item 201. If I make it so you could still put that in the center. Void stove. All right, never mind on those. Never mind on those. Portal. So what if we just say, let's just say this. There's the Void Stone. We're going to go dial 1. Dial 1 is going to be the innermost dials. The innermost dial is going to need to be 10. 10 by something. We'll figure that out later. 10. Let's do, what if we make each one of them 4? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 across. If we do 16. No. $20? We go 10. Okay, so how far across are you? You are 6. You, and we'd have 2
there. Okay. That should be alright. 6, well, no, because that's going to get way too big, way too fast. Okay, never mind. It needs to be probably 3 across then. Yeah, I think that's probably what we're gonna do.
3 across? We would need inner purple outer. Inner purple outer. Inner purple outer. Okay. 3 across. If we're going with 10, you are 22. Yes, you're 12. We need to do... Yes, we need to do 16. 16 would be 3 across. Okay. Okay, so let's do 16. 10. Delete. There we go. To get some contrast, we're just going to throw you in here like this, just to get the feel of separation. And then there will be a line. It'll be something like that. Okay. Let's dial 1. Let's go with dial 2. So you are... be 16. You get 3. That'd be 22. Okay. There, and then we go on to go with 16. That. The separator, let's hide that. Okay. Then dial 3. I'm revamping the rules for my Discord server. They've needed it desperately for some time. Yeah, the rules, that is one thing that it is very much so needed, but it's one of those things that just kind of like I'll get to it eventually. So, at least you can always revise them later too. So could be worse. 28. I feel like it took forever for me to get my rules up and going on Discord. And now later has come. That's usually how that happens. That's usually. Unfortunately, but usually. Let's hide that guy. Let's grab the divider. Divider color. And hopefully this kind of just gives like everybody a good idea of like what I'm kind of envisioning for this, you know? So yeah, so you'll kind of see that like it's in here and you can kind of see what's going on here. So that means we need to have... Oh, wow. I probably should have based this off of the size of the portal, shouldn't. Okay, so how much room do I have to work with? I've got 5 pixels on either side. Well, I guess technically 4. The portal ring is going to go here. So I've got 4 pixels to work. What if we say we could increase each ring by 1 pixel. Why didn't I think to do that originally? Why was I thinking about that? There's that. Delete that. Holy smokes. One of these days, we're going to get this thing right. So you are 36. Yeah. Let's fill you in there. We go 36 to 26. That means you're 5. No. 36 to 28. I'm not going to worry about adding the little lines for now. $28 is where we want to start. That would be 20. My boyfriend is helping since he's a mod. Nice, nice. Always good to have someone to help out with. Yeah, when I first got the rules in on my Discord, it was I know that my wife helped a bit, and then I also had, you know, Axel helped out. Yeah, so we, you know, had a handful of people that helped make sure that we had a good amount of settings in there. He's the best. Nice. Always good to hear when you got a good boyfriend. A good partner is always good to have. You got any pets? Yes, we have 1 cat. She is a 15-year-old Russian blue. Me. Oh, that's true. And some Randev. Got a cat and some Randev. Show us. Well, she doesn't come down in here to the basement. I'm trying to think if I have an readily available picture of her. I did. I could have it in here, but I don't know. My wife has an entire album of the cat, and I have none. Yeah, not there. Oh, wait, I think I posted here once. Hold up, everybody. We're making discoveries. Okay. You would be somewhere around... Somewhere. There she is. Okay. I'm gonna have to... all right, I'm gonna screenshot this. Alright, so what are we gonna do here? Yeah. Alright, here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna screenshot that. I'm going to crop it. So professional. There we go. 1-to-1. Get that all centered, something like that. I'm gonna save that. And then we're going to upload it over here. Share. Google Drive. And then... cat reveal. Cat devlog? Yes. Maybe I will have to have her on camera one of these days. But again, she does not really come down here to the basement. She, like... Every now and then, she kind of acts like she wants to come down here. And then she doesn't. So, she does not like to come down too far. Okay. Maybe I'll just be like, yeah, for now, cat, you can come down. So this was a picture from like a few years ago, but this is like the only picture that I have of her. And I took it because she was sitting in a box and it literally looked like she was smirking at me. And I was like, I've got to take a picture of this. So, yeah, so that is the cat right there. And she was sitting in this freaking box right here. And I was looking for her like everywhere. Cause I could hear her like kind of like scuffling around. And I'm like, what? Where's the sound coming from? And so I open up this closet door, and her like head pops out of this box, and I just like look at her for a while. I'm just like, what are you doing? And I just sit there for a little bit, and I'm like, it looks like she's literally smirking at me. I'm like, all right, I'm taking this picture. So I took the picture. There we go. So that is our cat Artemis. So she's a good cat. I don't interact with her too much because I am slightly allergic to cats. Like if she like, so I can pet her, but I have to wash my hands immediately after, or else like my nose and like my eyes will start to itch. And if she like presses her nose up against anywhere on my skin, I will actually like get like red bumps on my skin. Not great. But I can be around her, like I can be in the same house, and like it's not like I'm like, you know, stuffed up and stuff like that. It's just like when I directly interact with her, then there's some issues. So anyway, but yeah, so she's adorable. I can still like pick her up and everything's fine. I just, you know, have to make sure I wash my hands afterwards and everything's all right. Yeah. Why she's so smug? She really is. Basements are scary. Mine is haunted. They can be a little bit scary. Yeah. I feel like if the lights were to go out down here right now, I would be terrified. I'd be absolutely terrified. But she's beautiful. Ah, thank you, Ink. I appreciate that. What's the kitty's name? Kitty's name is Artemis. Yeah, her name is Artemis. My wife had her before we met. So I feel like normally if we had been together, I may have been a little bit more on the fence about getting a cat.
I posted Moonchan Doodle in art. If you have time later, check it out.
Yes, absolutely. I want to go check this out. Let's see. So this is going to be dial 2. Yeah, so anyway, so my wife had the cat before we started dating, so it's like, you know, I wasn't going to like make her get rid of the cat just because I'm allergic. So it all works out. Again, you know, if I wash my hands, if I'm just kind of careful about it, it's not the end of the world. Everything's totally fine there. But yeah. And she is adorable. I will admit. As much as every now and then I'm just like, you are an absolute demon. For the most part, she is cute. Yeah, it is different for me just because I'm like, I didn't grow up with pets. Like the only animals we had growing up is we had cats, but they were outside cats because I grew up like out in the country, and so we had, you know, a good half dozen cats most of the time. That we basically we fed them just enough food to keep them around, but not so much that they wouldn't go out and hunt mice. So we kept cats around just because of the mice. So I'm not much of like a pet person. I do like animals. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not that I like hate animals. It's just like I never grew up with a pet. So it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe if I like ever got my own, right? Because like it still kind of feels like it's my wife's cat. Even though, you know, my wife and we've been together since 2019 and had basically the cat since then. Still. Yeah. Artemis. It is a good name. Okay, all right. And then Artemis did like animals in like Greek mythology. I mean, my wife does like to name her animals based off of Greek mythology, so it makes sense. It makes sense. All right, let's go take a look at the Discord, and I'm very excited. Very excited. Let's see. You said it was in the art channel? Yes. Let's go take a look at art. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, look at that freaking. Oh, look at Moonchan. Look at Moonchan right there. Oh my goodness. That is freaking adorable. I love that. Holy smokes. I like how you're just like, oh yeah, it's a Moonchan doodle. I'm like, what do you mean doodle? This looks so good. So freaking good. Oh my gosh. That is just chef's kiss right there. I'm gonna have to see if I can somehow figure out how to like rig this model up. I feel like I gotta do it. This fun doodle of Moonchan. That is absolutely fantastic. I love that. Thank you so much for like freaking putting all that time and effort to freaking draw Moonchan. So good, so good. In moons. Glad you like it. Oh yeah, 100%. Are we just not going to talk about how Artemis is the goddess of the moon? Moon wife has a time. That's a great point. I never even really thought about that. It's funny too because I mean, you know, my wife would have had her before we even met, let alone before I even started streaming. It was meant to be. It was meant to be, everybody. A fun fact about me, I am a big mythology nerd. See, I like mythology. I'm not good at remembering things about mythology. My wife, on the other hand, though, she is a huge mythology nerd, knows probably way too much than she should. But yeah, she absolutely loves it. Glad you like it. In moons. Yes, Moonchan is so amazing. 100%. Yeah, I want to see, like, if it's possible to, like, rig this person up. This Moonchan. I'm gonna have to look into that and see if it's possible. Yeah. Be a good time. Yeah, thank you for that. She is absolutely adorable. I love it. Beautiful stuff. Well, it's kind of too much going on to wait. Well, it's kind of too much going on to rigger, but this would look good in low poly model too. True. And that's true. Like, okay, so here's what I need to do. I need to learn how to 3D model, and then I will model Moonchan, and then rig up Moonchan. There we go. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure something out. Yeah, she is adorable. I love her. I love her so much. I will be Moonchan if I can figure it out. Because I don't know why I made a copy of the dial, because I don't need a copy of it. I just need a new layer. Dial 3. There we go. Okay, so now this is where it's going to come into needing the void stone. That is 4 across. These are 4 across. Okay, that actually works out perfectly. We need 20 here. This is actually dial 1. Yes, dial 1. Throw you in there. Then we go with 18. Fill you in with that. Touch that up. We go with 16.
Oh, well, hello there. Wait, 14? 14? No, we need 12. 12 is what we need. There we go. Okay, so we go with 12. Then we hollow it out in the center.
Oh wait, no, we need 14 to be able to get the this thing. There we go. Okay, and then let's fix all of this. Let's hide the void stone for now. Gotta touch up the corners here. Go, perfect. Let's see, over on YouTube, Invador says, I love blackjack. I enjoy being the dealer when my friends play at my house. Nice. Yeah, it's I am a fan of blackjack as well. I'm not good at it. I'm not good, but I enjoy playing it. And which is why I wanted to make this whole game about blackjack. So yeah, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And yeah, so we were making a retro style dungeon crawling roguelike RPG where the combat is blackjack. So yeah. So if it's something that you'd be interested in, would absolutely love to have you here as we make the game. But yeah, thank you for popping in, for chatting. You're not good at it, but you're making an entire game built around it. It is true. Wait, Squad says, heading off, I'm going to eat something. Good luck on game dev. I am excited for future. Squad, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and hopefully we will see you on a one of the future streams here pretty soon. I hope. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day, though. Thank you for being here. But yeah, maybe making a blackjack game was not the best idea because I'm not good. I'm not good at playing blackjack. The irony, I know. Do you know what's really funny, actually? I barely knew even how to play blackjack when I first started making this game. I thought I understood blackjack. I didn't understand blackjack. And so I have since learned more about blackjack. There's a lot of like extra things that I'm like not exactly sure of, but I know more than just the basics now, which is good, I still should have not started making an entire game based on blackjack without actually knowing blackjack. That was my mistake. Big mistake. But oh well, you live and learn. You live and you learn. I know absolutely jack all about blackjack. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn as we not only do the game dev, but also as you play the game. Once it's out, you will learn. It's gonna be great. Gonna be glorious. Indeed, yes. Okay, so that's what the dials would look like. Huh. I said Jack because, to be honest, I wasn't sure if swearing was allowed here. 100% you are allowed to swear. Like, don't ever feel like you can't swear. I just don't usually swear a whole lot on stream. And I make a very particular point to say on stream. I swear like a sailor off stream. Like, it's a ton, a lot, too much actually, probably. But I also know that there are people who are not a fan of swearing. And so I'm just kind of like, I have a very, very good filter, mostly because I grew up in a very religious household. And so I had to learn from a very young age to not swear out loud. Otherwise, I would get my mouth washed out with soap. And so that happened a few times, but I did learn very quickly to censor myself. And so I am very, very good at censoring myself, even though, again, like, I would be surprised if by 8 a.m. every morning, whenever, like, basically literally all I've done is gotten ready for work and driven to work. I would be surprised if I had not said the F word at least 100 times before 8 a.m. Usually just at people on the road. So yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot. But yeah, so I definitely have a big filter on the stream because it is just kind of like, it just carries over with me basically anytime I'm interacting with anybody else that I know specifically, that I'm like, oh, I know that like this person is not a, like, no, it's the opposite. Sorry. I don't censor myself as much if I know that I'm around people that I'm like, okay, I know 100% they do not mind swearing. So I usually default to, I don't swear unless I know that I'm around someone who doesn't mind the swearing. So usually on stream, I'm just like, you know what? One, mostly I know that if you swear a lot on stream, you don't get as much of ad revenue. And so I'm like, well, you know, there's that. But then also I'm just like, someone might be tuning in. If it's someone who is not a fan of cursing, then I'll keep it to a minimum. So, but anyway, yeah. So you are totally fine too. Don't worry at all. If you want to swear, go ahead. Speaking of swearing, I went into the office today, and dang, was there more swearing from devs than I was used to. Just not a good day. Not a good day in the office. Oh boy, Jesse, not cool. Or were you, Jesse? Were you the one that was swearing up a storm? I feel like you may be calling your own self out. I'm a fan of Blackjack. I'm glad you are, Yellow Jester. I would be very sad if you weren't. Very sad. A little concerned too. Mostly sad. I swear on my streams because I want to be my authentic self, to be honest. Hey, and that's fair. That is fair. And there's nothing really inherently wrong with it. Which is why I would say again, like, swear all you want. Here, don't ever feel like I'm going to censor anybody for swearing. I just usually censor myself when speaking out loud. Just because it's kind of habit whenever I'm like talking to something like to who knows who. So yeah. I'm the same. I had such a good censor, but lost it. I'm trying to get better at pulling out funny alternatives to swear since they make you iconic. True. They honestly do kind of make you a little bit more iconic if you say other things than just the swearing, but it is kind of hard to find that iconic word, You could just, I don't know. You could say biscuits. Biscuits. pull out a bluey. What the Sigma? You could do that as well. No, it was a good day. We were all there for an event. Just also some venting. True. That's a good point. My project is going fine, so I was just listening. Not bad. That's good, Jesse. Also, Domino, welcome. I'm glad to see you. I feel like it has been a minute, so I'm glad to see you here. Hopefully life is going well for you. But should we start saying what the Sigma? What the moon? What the stars? Never mind. Okay. I am very much on the fence right now. I don't know. I don't know, everybody. I don't know. Do we do something like this? I just don't know. That would be 36. Does it make sense to have them in here? Yeah, I don't know. Uh, 170 devlogs. Nice, Moonwood. Yeah, it is kind of crazy. We are on episode 170 now, which is crazy and kind of sad where we're currently at. It's just because, you know, I go back and redo so many things. I just kind of keep putting myself back. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing. But I appreciate that, Domino. Thank you, thank you. I finished my 37th index card game 2 weeks ago. Ooh, nice. Yes, it's been a bit. It has been a bit, but you know, I get that life can be busy. There can be lots of stuff going on, and yeah, sometimes, you know, just there's a lot going on, and there's no worries about that at all. So just know that when you're not here, we miss you, and we always are glad to have you here. Totally understandable if you've got other stuff going on and life gets crazy and all that jazz. Totally understandable. No worries at all. Yeah, this is just kind of feeling like it's a freaking Target or something. I just don't know. I just don't know. Huh. I don't know if if the dials need to be smaller, larger. Like, I like the idea. I like the concept, I guess I should say, of having, like, the dials inside the doorway. Then you're, like, directly interacting with the whole thing. $36, we want to go with 38. Yeah, I just... It just feels... You got this. I appreciate that. It just doesn't feel like it would be... It's like, that kind of feels like it would be a portal. maybe I think I might just need to concept out some stuff for both this and the puzzle to get into the mini boss room. Because again, I do know that I want to do a puzzle to get into the mini boss room. I don't want to just be like, you open the door and there you go, you're in. And I already spent way too much time and put in way too much effort to get the whole like spinning puzzle thing to work. There's no way I'm scrapping that. Like that I am way too proud of that to not use it. So the other potential option could be we could put the puzzle back in the floor just without a pedestal. Maybe. Maybe. That is 46. Let's go 48. Mostly the 37th game in my portfolio, as it were. I have 3 new game ideas. Make that 2. I'm just now thinking one of them will work, but not really a viable game. Anywho, would it be possible to add light streak lines around the blue ball, like the ending of 2001 film, where David is going through distant galaxies? Are you talking about Stargate? Because if that's the case, I mean, that basically is kind of what this is, huh? which is why I wanted to avoid going with like a circular thing, which is why if we come over here to exit, me who's never seen Stargate, it's a good one. I would highly recommend it. It is a little corny at times, I will say. It is a little corny. But if I... Where was it? It's where I renamed them. There we go. Yeah, because that's why I kind of went with this one. I wanted to like redo it to be more of just like a rectangular-esque portal instead of being a circular portal like this. I don't know. Or do the slipstream effect from Slider's TV show, or Stargate Portal Warp effect. Well, so I do kind of have... So I've got the effect already figured out, which is why I was kind of trying to like match it to like a circular door. Yeah, because basically the idea is there will be this portal here. Actually, let me do this really quickly. Yeah, so basically the idea is there will be this portal here. And if I come in here and we go a little bit of this, that's 34. So we go to 34. Yeah, so basically there will be this purple portal here, and behind it, it'll just kind of be spinning like this, you know? So pretty similar to how the Stargate, well, I guess Stargate was more of just kind of like a rippling thing. Yeah, so this one it'll be spinning like this. So, yeah. That's kind of how this will be. It'll be just rotating around like this, which worked fine for the other doorway as well. It just, like, the circular just kind of seems to make so much more sense. But, I don't know, like, basically anything that I'm making so far, I'm always just like, eh. Which I guess, again, like, not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know. I guess if there was like, set you to like, maybe there's just kind of like a black void back there. I guess this is starting to look okay. So, you know. I don't know. Maybe it's not looking too bad. I've been needing to watch SG1 at least. Yeah, SG1 is what I would highly recommend. SG1, so good. Highly recommend SG1. That circular design looks so good, though. I appreciate that some Rendev. Yeah, it's... I guess I am slightly... This one's growing on me more. I think I actually needed to add this little bottom part, and now it's actually growing on me a lot more. I think the problem now, for me, are the inner dials. I think I need to change the inner dials just a little bit more. And then maybe I'll feel a little bit. But I think now that I have this down, I think I'm actually going to stick with this design. Exactly, because then you have the poor little spin around like this. Yeah, maybe. Just some random suggestions for you. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see, Invader says, oh, hell yeah, that looks great. But hey, if it doesn't excite you, maybe it needs a little tweak. Yeah, and I'm kind of actually thinking now that I'm looking at it, I think what I need to do is I need to adjust it kind of closer to where I had it previously, which basically is, I need to section it off, right? That's kind of how I had it before. I think if I add the different sections, I think that'll help. Here's what I'm going to do, actually. Let's not add those sections. I think it does just need like a little bit of tweaking, and then I need to figure out the exact size of the dials on the inside. Because again, just for like clarification, the thing that we're trying to make work is essentially I need to get it to work to the point where if I come in here and I fight the mini boss, we'll stand. Oh, 21. Yes, please. Go. The teleportation room fades in. Perfect. And then if we interact with the glyphs, we're basically trying to make this and this all work together. So we got these three dials here that you're able to rotate, and we need to be able to do the puzzle with these three stone dials in the center. So the idea is to basically move these three up to here, and then you like rotate them. But I don't know. I think I'm going to keep working on it, just kind of see what I can get conceptually to work. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I had to reload my phone screen due to latency, and Y had already moved on. LOL, my bad. No, you're good. You are totally fine. No worries at all. And yeah, I'm kind of thinking probably what we will do is I like the idea of it being the circular design. But I think maybe, actually, kind of had just this idea. Yes, SG1 was amazing. It really was. I love that show. Because originally I was keeping these two things separate. To have this line up.
Well. I am the chicken with the voice of God. Welcome everybody. I'm glad you could be here. So the reason why I kept these separate was because of just like some of the animations, to make it kind of
correlate a little bit more, to be like, oh, this is what's in the room, this is the puzzle kind of a thing. But I'm almost wondering, do I connect these two boxes and just like center this whole thing here. Maybe I might do that. There's going to be a bit of graphical update that has to happen here, though, because this just doesn't line up anymore. So, yeah. So anyway, that's kind of what we're trying to get here, which is basically I'm trying to get this to feel like, you know, this stuff here. Portal puzzle. Trying to get it to feel like the portal puzzle. Yeah, so maybe if we add some sections. Let's hide everything else. Chicken! It's true. Good old chicken. It does bring a smile to my face. Or I guess technically you said chicky. It do be a chicky. It's not too bad. I think the sections are going to help add just like a little bit of extra... I'm trying to think of like the best way to describe it. Pizzazz. A little extra pizzazz to it. Those don't feel quite right. That feels better. That's better. That's better. Let's get rid of that. Put that there. Okay. Yeah. Now, if I add these to this side... Yeah, maybe. I'm also trying to decide if I add, like, little inscription things, essentially. Are they going to mean anything? No? Not really? But I feel like they add just like a little bit of extra to it, you know? Add just like a little, again, a little pizzazz. A little flair. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Legendadev says, good morning, Legendadev. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? How is life going for you? How has post-launch been? I did the thing. I saw you did the thing, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, how are things going for you? I maybe you'll be happy to hear. I will be happy to report, though. I have been seeing many a Instagram ad. So, you know. I think that it must be doing pretty well. I hope. I mean, if the ads are still going, it must mean that it's doing well, right? Hopefully, many people have been hailing the orb. Yep, I've watched like 100+ streamers playing my game. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. That is amazing. Congratulations. I can only hope and dream. Fingers crossed. Link game? Oh, I could pull it up right now. Oh, wait, I thought I had it in my library already. I don't yet. But it is still on my wish list. There we go. All hail the orb. Oh my gosh. 302 reviews. Holy smokes. Go to SteamDB and check out the CCU graph. Well, Gonna copy that. Steam debug. Of course, it pulled up Tomb of Vercilias. All hail the orb. Alright, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't really know. Let's see. Okay, so check out the CCU. Is that the... Wait, is that like concurrent? I see there's 302 people in game right now, which is wild. What's the game called? It is called All Hail the Orb. Congrats, Leginger. Yeah, 100% congrats. All Hail the Orb. Left side chart. Oh, the charts. Oh my good. Look at that. Holy smokes. 750. Yeah, so max was 753. Oh my god. That is insane. 302 players playing right now. Oh yeah, look at that. 753 all time. Oh my god. Sheesh. That is insane. That is absolutely crazy. Congratulations. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. What do you use to advertise and market? What was your strategy? I feel like we need to learn from this legend. It's true. It is true. We need to learn 100%. 12.3 thousand copies in 4.5 days. 70,000 gross. Oh my gosh. Well, it sounds like you are going to be able to pay back your grandparents well over. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. That is absolutely crazy wild. Like, holy smokes. Yeah, I'm gonna need to know about this strategy when it comes time for me to start advertising my game, because that is wild. That is absolutely wild. That is amazing. Congratulations. Holy smokes. Yeah, fantastic. Crazy good number. Amazing stuff. They don't want the 10% and only want the 6 pounds after it grosses 200k. That's not bad. That is not bad. Especially considering if you have already done 70k in, what was it, 4.5 days or something like that? Yeah, that is wild. Your publisher? So you did get Grab the Games. That's right. So you got Grab the Games. Dang, maybe I'll publish with them. Seriously. Yeah, that is crazy amazing. Holy smokes. I may need to reach out or something. Yeah, whatever they're doing to help you get out there and get the word out there, and like, yeah, absolutely wild. I did get a publisher. He brought in about 8k wish lists in 2 weeks. Wild stuff. Absolutely wild stuff. Yeah, crazy good. I am very proud of you. Congratulations. Congratulations there. And since launch, I went from 13.3k wish list, 25k now. Man. Well, now we know. You have the secret sauce, and we will need to make sure I can ask you about the secret sauce when it comes time. I did the thing. You did the thing. That is, oh my gosh. Like, I am so freaking happy for you, proud of you. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I remember the first time you came in and you were like, oh yeah, I just kind of started work on like this little clicker game, like whatever. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And like, you know, and you like posted like some screenshots. I was like, oh, that looks like it should be some fun. Like, yeah, keep going. You got this. And it's like, oh, hey, like, I've got a playable demo. Like, do you want to give it a shot? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And I give it a shot. And I'm like, this is a lot of fun. And you're like, oh yeah, you know, it's got a couple little features here and there, but like nothing. And now here you are. Fully released, fully published, making crazy amounts of money off of it. Absolutely insane. Oh, the Ginger Dev, living my dream. Living my dream too. Oh my. I'm just like sitting here thinking, I'm just like, I feel like I would probably be like, all right, cool. I'm quitting my job. I'm out of here. I'm full-time dev now. That is crazy good. Oh my gosh. And hit new and trending in like 30 plus countries. Jeez, that is insane. That is absolutely wild. I love it. I am so freaking proud of you. Very nicely done. Yeah, you better believe I'm going to be asking you some questions when it comes time for me to start getting ready to like publish and get the word out there. Like, I'm gonna be coming to you and being like, all right, what do I do? Show me your ways. Teach me how. How do I get this thing out there? That is just wild, and I'm so happy for you. So happy, so proud. Let's see. Axel is on a 70 stream streak. Oh my, Axel! First of all, welcome. Glad to see you here. And a 70 stream streak is absolutely crazy wild. Thank you so much for being here for streaking 70 streams in a row. I appreciate that. Thank you. And remember, everybody, if you're gonna streak anywhere, make sure to streak here in the stream. So thank you, Axel. Thank you so much. Hopefully life is going well for you. I feel like you've been so busy, but I do appreciate you being here. So thank you. I think right now I net after everything about 27k, so it's definitely comfortable. Yeah, that is very comfortable. That is amazing. Go for it. I'm gonna. I've been lurking all stream, by the way. Me, Blake, and Smiles. We're playing Vampire Crawlers, and it's so fun. Nice. Love to hear it. Trying to get Aramus, a game about feeding a black hole to get me in contact with Orbital Potato. Ooh, be a good time. I somehow managed to do all this without any big YouTubers covering the game. Yeah, that is huge. And honestly, like, it's only a matter of time. Like, to be completely honest, like, it will only be a matter of time until someone does. Someone's gonna pick it up and start talking about it, and then more, and then more, and then more. Like, it, yeah. I feel like that is what's going to happen. So that is absolutely check out the review score. Because wasn't it like 80-something%? 87.19%. That is huge. 94.87% of the 351 viewers reviewed it positively. Oh my gosh. I'm shocked. But that is wild. Look at, all right. 333 positive reviews with only 18 negative reviews. Oh, that is amazing. Yeah, that is fantastic. Because I feel like maybe it's like my own worries about it, but I feel like when I release my game, it is not even going to come close to that kind of like to dislike ratio. Yeah, that is absolutely wild. Yeah, absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. That is crazy. I love it. I am, again, I know I've said it before, but like, I am so happy for you, so proud of you. Like, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. So what's next? What is next for the Ginger Dev? Are you going to be adding some DLC to the game? Bug fixes? Taking a break for a while? Bug fixing? There you go. I feel like that's usually what happens right after release. It's like, all right, time for bug fixes. Yeah, just kind of tightening things up, making sure it is going to run as best as possible. So, bug fixing, I have a lot of things that needs doing. Yeah, it's never over. It is never over. As much as you would like to or think that it would be over. Never is. There will always be something you gotta do. Something more that needs your attention. That's the life. That's the life. But hey, I mean, it sounds like with the amount of money that you were able to get from it, it sounds like something you could do full time, is just doing bug fixes and making sure that everything is good to go there. So if that's the case, which I really hope that it is, I hope for your sake that is the case. You're able to do that full time and just like keep that going like that. That is absolutely amazing. And again, I'll say it again, super proud of you. Super proud of you. Like, absolutely insane. And I love it. I love it so much. No DLC, only sequels. That's true. That's true. No DLC, just the sequels. I mean, I'd second that. Just a good old sequel. You could call it All Hail the Cube. All Hail the Square. I'll start another game after I've polished up the current game. It's predicted that this year the game will gross at least 250k. Holy smokes. Yeah, that would be absolutely wild. And I'm going to cross my fingers. I'm going to cross my fingers. I really hope that it does. Very much so hope that it does. If it does, like that's just crazy and amazing. Like, amazing, crazy, wild. So, yeah, I've got my fingers crossed for it. I mean, to be fair, I've been crossing my fingers since basically day one. Like, as soon as you were like, hey, yeah, I'm making this game, you know, wanting to do, you know, X, Y, and Z with it. I've been crossing my fingers for you. So I hope that it is going to continue And yeah, I really hope that you're able to hit those projections. Yeah, that would be wild to be able to hit that. Now, of course, you know, and I know that you wouldn't actually keep the 250K, but you would keep a good chunk of that, which would be just amazing. I'm like sitting here thinking about that. I'm like, if I were to somehow gross that much and I could keep all of that, like that would literally be like a few years worth of salary that I would have to be able to like just do this full time. Like, yeah, that would be wild. I love it. I love it. I gotta go to bed. I'm on 3 hours of sleep since 7 a.m. and it's midnight. That is fair. That is fair. Honestly, I'm probably gonna be heading out soon too. So Axel, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and we will see you hopefully on the Sunday stream. Second house in Japan. There you go. There you go. Get another house. 250K would net me 120K. See, even that is crazy. So yeah, life-changing amount, honestly. Yeah, that is crazy amounts of money. I am, again, just so happy for you, so proud of you. Like, that is amazing, and just, I've got my fingers crossed. Again, like, I really hope that it hits all those projections. And honestly, I hope that it goes past those. Because, like, you can project based off what you are currently at, but, like, word of mouth spreads, more people playing it, more people streaming it, just everything about it, like, very well could push it above that line. And that would be crazy wild. Very exciting stuff. Yeah, again, I've got my fingers crossed, and I hope that it keeps pushing those numbers. I really, really hope so. Just added to my wish list. I need to. I actually. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong kind of gift card. I was like, I just got a gift card recently. It's an Amazon gift card, so I can't. But I need to get it. I need to get it so I can play it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hoping for content creators. Yeah, honestly, like that is a great way to go, is to have like big names playing it, talking about it. I need to go. Daughter is ill. No worries. I hope that your daughter starts feeling better soon. Good luck with everything. I hope that the bug fixing is going to continue to go well. And yeah, good luck to you. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. So good luck. And thank you for sharing that. Yeah, absolutely wild stuff. Wild stuff. Feel free to hit me up to ask to ask stuff should you want to. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. Ciao. Yes, ciao. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna stop making my game. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna make a new game. I gotta rival Ginger Death. No, that is absolute. I am so very happy. Like, I just, fingers crossed. Maybe one day I will be as lucky and as cool as the Ginger Dev. Maybe one of these days. I feel like that's looking slightly better. Now that it's got like the divides in it. Yeah, I think that helps a ton. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. So I think the plan is I am going to do a circular portal. I think that's going to make the most sense. My brain's been brewing a game about kissing robots. You heard it here first. Let this be my Ginger Dev moment. I believe in it. And I'd play it. I don't know anything about it just being about kissing robots. But I'd be down. I'd play it, and I'd love it. It'd be amazing. Make it happen. Or as a battle cruiser would say, make it happen. For all you StarCraft enjoyers out there. Hum. Maybe something like that instead. One further down? Yeah. Don't mix them up. The nerds will get angry. That is true. Yeah, calling StarCraft Star Wars. That's not a good time. Not a good thing to do. And you do not want angry Star Wars fans. You really do not. You do not want angry Star Wars fans. Yeah, you don't want to mix up Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate, or StarCraft. Bad days when you do that. Or Battlestar Galactica. Any of those would be bad time. So what if no one hates Star Wars like Star Wars fans or Starship Troopers? True, or Starship Troopers. Whew. I'm starting to slur my words, which means that it's almost time to go to bed for sure. Starship Troopers, that's a good one. I mean, for some people, I can't really blame the hate on Star Wars if you're a Star Wars fan. I feel like in general, it's because you hate something that happened because you love it so much. See, Cloud and Shadow at Dusk Production says, hello, I'm starting on RPG Maker plugin creation. Any advice on where to start? I don't know how to code. Well, first of all, welcome. Glad you're here. I use RPG Maker MV. So here's what I would suggest. One, if you don't know how to code, I don't know if jumping in to try and make plugins for RPG Maker is going to be the best way to learn how to code. But if you wanted to, because it is an option. You technically can learn how to code making a plugin. So here's what I would suggest, actually, is I would suggest finding plugins that already exist, like that would relate to what you want to do, right? And then open up those plugins and just start looking at them. Just start reading through them. Just start learning and just kind of connecting the dots and seeing like what does what, why would this do what? Because, and especially if it's a well-written, so like I would highly recommend looking up Some Ran Devs RPG Maker plugins. Highly recommend Some Ran Devs plugins. Because those are going to be well-written plugins. And so, yeah, so if you wanted to learn in this method, looking at current plugins that already exist and they basically like deconstructing them, learning how they, like why they do what they do, would probably be like the best way if you wanted to do it this way. If not, what I would recommend doing is learn JavaScript in a more, what would be the word? In a more practical setting. Learn how JavaScript works in a practical setting. Learn the very basics of JavaScript, and then move on to trying to create RPG Maker plugins. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the best and most practical way to do it, is going in that direction. So, yeah, that's what I would recommend. The ones created after 2019 are okay. So modest all the time, Some Ran Dev. But regardless of the direction that you go, I'm going to say good luck with your journey. I hope that it goes well for you. You know, obviously saying this with the potential that if this is the only time that I see you, I'm going to say good luck. It is worth it. It is a lot of fun to be able to know how to make scripts, and plugins. But learning JavaScript, how it all works, that would probably be the best way to go. It's gonna be a little bit more time consuming though. I see if the idea is unique, that means I have to code it from scratch. Well, I mean, so if you're wanting to, I wonder how long the learning curve will take. If you've never touched any code in your life and you're brand new to wanting to learn how to code, I would say best case scenario, probably give it about a year to feel comfortable. Obviously, you know, if you were to just like dive into it and like all you did was learn JavaScript, you could probably have it down in like a couple months, like just being completely fresh, like not knowing anything about it. If you just spent hours every single day watching tutorials, reading through, you know, doing, giving yourself challenges and doing that stuff, you could probably have it mostly down in a few months. But if you only have a little bit of time every now and then to focus on it, then I would probably say expect probably about a year before you're feeling confident enough to where you could be going out and like creating your own plugins and things like that. So for your first plugin, try to edit an existing menu like the item or options menu. True. That is a really great way. And again, that's kind of why I was suggesting, like, take a plugin that already exists, look at it, deconstruct it, edit it if you want. Yeah, Some Ran Dev is 100% spot on right there. Yeah, don't try and create something from the ground up. Take something that already exists and then try to like modify it in some way and just like get a feel for it. There's no better way to learn how to do something than like when you're like learning on the job, essentially. Well, okay, There are some things that like you don't want to learn on the job. If you're doing heart surgery, you probably don't want to learn on the job. But for learning code and stuff like that, you could just sit down, you could watch tutorials, you could spend hours and hours and hours just watching someone else and tell you how to do something. But there's nothing quite like taking something that already exists and just like tearing it apart and just be like, what happens if I change this 5 to a 6? What happens if I change this subtract to add? If I change this divide to multiply, stuff like that, and just kind of just seeing what's happening. Yeah, it's a great way to go. Honestly, a really great way to go. See, I'll challenge myself to learn it in less than a year. I like that. I like that attitude. I didn't know any JavaScript when I first downloaded RPG Maker MV. I released my first plugin in a week. You can do it. Absolutely you can. Now, some random dev is a prodigy, but for the rest of us, yeah, 100% you absolutely can. Neat. What was the plugin do? My only programming experience before that was making games in Game Maker. I swear I'm not. My first plugin was so mid. Speak for yourself. I feel like everybody's first plugins are pretty mid, though. So there you go. There you go. But then you eventually made great stuff. So there you go. It all works out in the end. That is actually a great question. Some random dev, what was your first plugin? What did it do? What did your first plugin do? I actually kind of want to know now. I'm assuming it's something you did not release. I don't know. Maybe you did. Maybe you did. Okay, so I think I actually need to adjust. Yeah, I need to adjust the sizes now. Oh, I made a whole forum post and everything. It's really embarrassing. Let's see if I can find. Yes! Mine is replacing the gradient on the HP bar from red to green. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. Also, I think I am now just realizing. Yeah. I went this whole stream without realizing that the YouTube chat was not linked in the chat up here. Good times. Good times there. Silly, silly moon. Probably felt like Einstein at the time. It's usually how it is. I mean, that's how I felt with my first plugin. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And now I'm like, oh, well, I mean, not bad, but you know. I have this idea where attacks flip a coin, where if it lands heads, it adds a bigger number to compare against an enemy's attack number, and the lowest number will have their attack canceled. Ooh, all right. Kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Yeah, that would definitely be a much more advanced plugin. Definitely want to do something a little bit more simple than that, especially for your first. But more ideally, that would be a little ways down the line, because not only are you having to, because that's something that is not just standalone. That is something that you are having to add your own system to a pre-existing system, because you're essentially changing the battle system, right? I'm assuming you're meaning this would integrate into the standard RPG Maker battle system. And so, yeah, so this would be something that you would be adding to a pre-existing system, which that in itself kind of gets a little bit crazy, because then you, like, everything you're building out has to align perfectly with everything that is already there. So, not saying that it can't be done. I'm just saying, when it comes to like a first plugin, making sure that you're building something that's a bit more standalone is probably going to be the best way to go. So, yeah. It doesn't have to be. I'm not saying that it has to be something that's, necessarily standalone, but it is going to add a lot of complication if you are trying to essentially create a system on top of another system. You do need to know like the ins and outs of that original system to then be able to change that other to make your system work. Okay, I had to do more class work, but I'm back. What's happening now? Well, we are working on making some pixel art for the we call it the floor exit portal. Essentially, this is the way to move to progress in the game, so to go from one floor to the next. So, how'd the class work go though? OMG, here we go. 6 days after MV release. Oh. Changes the color of an item or skill in the menu based on its element. See, a simple menu edit is the way to go. All right, let's see. Let's get this pulled up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Hooray, my first plugin. Oh, October 30th, 2015. That is beautiful. Plugin edits the text color of skills and items shown in the menu outside and inside battle. So beautiful. Hey, look at that. It's changing text color. That is wonderful. You have a YouTube video about it too? No! Dang it, it's gone. Oh, I was so excited to watch it. So excited. Oh, pixel art is always fun. LOL, it went great. I'm almost done now. Just grabbing pictures for the president. I'm finishing up. Nice. Yeah, pixel art is always a good time. You know, if I can actually make it look and feel right. Video nuked AF. You'll never find. I'm assuming it does say that it's private. I'm like, yeah, there's probably not a whole lot I can do there. So it's like modifying an already working machine that makes pencils. Start making pens? Kinda, yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah, so something like this would be a great way to learn not only how, like, the menu systems work, you know, how it's, you know, applying colors and things like that, but then you're also taking that system and then adding on to it. So, yeah, so something like this, honestly, would be a really great way to go. And maybe not necessarily, you know, changing the text color, but I don't know, maybe a plugin that changes the gradients of the health bars. Good stuff to do. Good way to learn. Changing stuff about like the players' names or stuff like that. Increasing the text size based on how many characters are in someone's class name or something like that. And so just all sorts of just like little things you could throw on there. It's honestly a great way to go. This is quite cool. I have to remember this when I'm at this stage in the game. Look at all these people. Just loving it. Oh my gosh. This is why I always thought you were a redhead. Just saying. But yeah, I always knew whenever I saw your profile picture, I was like, this plugin is going to be good. It is going to be good. This is going to be a banger right here. And it always was. I'll dye my hair red one day. It's got to be like the bright fire red though. It can't just be like a dim red. It's got to be bright. I feel like you're probably going to have to bleach your hair first and then dye it red. Yeah. It's got to be. Good times. Good times there. I like that. Okay, so I'm definitely not going to finish this tonight. So I'm going to save this just because I'm like, yeah. New portal room design. There we go. Good enough. Yeah, it's definitely getting late, and I've actually got an early morning meeting tomorrow, unfortunately. So I think we're probably going to end it here. But yeah, so basically over the weekend, I am definitely going to be putting in a bit more time into trying to get at least maybe like the rings working. I may also redesign some of the other stuff just to like get us slightly further ahead so we can get the portal room done, get all that exit room done on the next stream, and then we can get back to the skill tree and actually be making actual progress again instead of the, you know, 1 step forward or 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of a thing. I feel like we're in the 1 step back kind of phase right now, but we're gonna get there. We are gonna get there. Jingle. Let's see. I see. So it's like modifying an already working machine. Yeah, exactly. So, well, again, whichever way you decide to go, I hope that things will go well for you. If you stick with it. So here's the thing: if you don't stick with it, then it's never gonna happen. So make sure that when you start, if it is something you're wanting to do, you gotta stick with it. Things are gonna get tough. I promise you, it is gonna get tough. And so you're not always gonna have that drive, that motivation. You're not always gonna have the motivation to keep learning, to keep growing. And that's where you're going to need the determination. So if this is something you're going to want to do, make sure that you don't just have that motivation right in the here and now, but make sure you are determined to get to point B. So you're currently at point A. Make sure that you have not only the motivation, but also the determination to get you all the way to point B as well. Because there's nothing worse than starting something, making a little bit of progress, and then just ending it. Because then it's like, what was the point? What was the point? But I believe in you. You got this. I like how when I did that, they all jumped. I believe in you, though. I believe in you. You got this. Always feel free to jump in, ask questions, throw some ideas around. Always ready and willing to listen. And all that good stuff. So anyway, believe in the me that believes in the moon that believes in you. Exactly. It is a nice trifecta there, and it all works out. Believe in the me that believes in the moon that believes in you. Yeah, trifecta. There we go. I know numbers. Anyway, I do appreciate you all for being here so much. It has been an absolute blast. I'm glad that we've made some progress. Again, I'm going to be making a little bit of progress off stream between now and the next stream. So hopefully there will be a little bit of progress made toward us getting to the end of this. And it should be a good time. So anyway, we're going to go do a raid really quickly over on Twitch. So if anyone has any suggestions, let me know. I hope that everyone has an absolutely fantastic rest of their evenings or days or mornings, wherever it may be in this world. I will see you all on the Sunday stream. That is crazy. We're already on Thursday. I'll see you on the Thursday stream. And until then, take care. Good luck. And I'll see you then. So goodbye.